Since I'm live. Here we are again.
There's just a thing titled Jet HQ scheduled for 4/18/19, 9:37, which is 10 minutes ago. And then another.
Oh, mine says live now. I got it. Live now. But it says private. Why is it private?
You can change that, can't you?
I don't know how to change it. How do you change it? Maybe that's why nobody's getting alerts. Oh, yeah. Oh, mine says live now. I got it.
Yeah, see?
Just tell me how to change the private.
I'm trying to figure it out.
But it says private. Why is it private? I don't know how to change it. How do you change it? Do I have to go on YouTube to do it?
Yeah, go to YouTube to do it. Apparently I'm an idiot. I have no idea.
What do you mean you're an idiot?
Yeah, I mean, I'm an idiot.
Says I'm. How come? Okay. Go to videos. I don't see it. What, did you turn mine off? I'm trying to keep it watched.
Sorry. I just turned it
Oh,
on.
no.
Still, I was trying to learn how to go in there and do it. Then I realized you were on Internet Explorer. Probably wasn't the right spot. Anyway. Uploads.
Live streams.
No, here. Let's just go.
What?
I'm trying to make this go to your studio. Everybody having fun out there?
Now it's just spinning, of course. I had it up, and you had to close it out.
That didn't change anything with your actual stream.
I know. I had it on here where I could hear what we were saying and doing.
Videos. Uploads live. Live right now. Public. I'm about to click save.
Good. Why do you have to do that?
I don't know. It must have just been an automatic setting. I didn't.
Is that something I'm going to have to do every time?
It might be on the.
Because I have no idea what all you just did.
I will help you learn it, but I really have no idea. Yeah, I can see it now. Dad?
I hear you. I hear you. What can you see?
Uploads live.
Nice.
Right now. Public. I'm about to click save.
Good. Why do you have to do
Credit
that?
Kinley for keeping his hands back and obviously he hooked
Don't
but
touch me.
good piece of hitting. Yeah, just to be able to stay alive. And
What are you going to do?
shows you that he wasn't too over anxious trying to get the head out for a fastball as he's able to
How come I can't see the chat?
fight that changeup off and earn another opportunity.
Isn't one?
Where would you see the chat?
I just put a
Or Small really having to bat
Where do you see
here
it?
in the sixth inning.
You wouldn't see it on the
His
left side.
constitution
Well,
being
actually, no, you
tested.
wouldn't see it there. You would only see it when
Again,
you
the runner's
change
off
the
and
scene in
another foul
OBS.
ball.
You only have chat in your live thing.
Okay. This is what a test is for.
Right-handed
Yep, this is
hitter
what a
on
test is
deck.
for. That's why this is
It's been a really
We're going
heavy
live.
workload in this inning, even though neither one of those pitchers, I don't know if either one of them are game hot at this point. Neither one of them are on the mound.
When you think of how easy it had been there
Who?
through 5 innings for Ethan Small. 8 strikeouts.
I can't see
and giving
anything.
up just the one
He's
hit.
the bottom guy.
Oh, yeah.
Runs into these heavy
Hi,
Arkansas
Lewis.
bats in the sixth.
How you doing, buddy? Welcome to our test.
2,
How come I can't get the
Ethan Small will
chat
walk
online?
off the mound with his 9th strikeout, but he has lost the lead as Arkansas sees the bats.
Yeah, I can see your chat's working.
The Razorbacks.
The problem is I
finally
need to be
come
able to see.
Christian
You
Franklin,
can see it on your phone. You're not gonna be able to see it here.
Matt Goodhart
This is
in
damage
the
right
role
there.
for the
It's really
Razorbacks.
That's not useful.
It's all I got.
How can you see it and I can't see it?
I didn't say I could read it perfectly. I just said I could see it. Also, when you turn it sideways, you can see it.
This is not helping me.
Well, you're not even in YouTube. You're in like Spotify. I have the YouTube app.
I don't have a YouTube app. Do I have to sit here and put an app on my phone?
Yeah,
Don't get mad. Put your money to work with E-Trade's easy-to-use investing
Holy
tools.
shit.
Whose dog is this?
It's my special friend Antonio.
Can you hear the TV?
Yes, you can actually.
You could hear it? Tell while I'm doing this, could you tell our viewer what we're doing so that he understands what's going on?
Hey everybody watching, I'm Jets HQ's son. I have a YouTube channel too. I'm Namk1, but you guys can just call me Noah. What we're doing right now is we are testing a stream so that we can stream on draft day. This has been a long and painful experience, so please bear with us because we're having way too many technical difficulties, like more than humanly possible.
So we're trying to. I can't even see my own stream. This is my own chat. So that's one of the problems. So and I can't load anything in my phone.
Of course you can, because why the fuck would we be able to do anything?
No, I can't see the chat. That makes things very
You're
difficult.
obviously not gonna be able to see it on here, and then you're not missing anything. Lewis left for a bit.
No, normally I can see on my phone. I can see Ninja's chat just fine.
Yeah,
I have to click a million things to get him to go away.
you can see Ninja Chat on Twitch. This is YouTube. TJ,
It still says private.
It-
What about TJ? Is he?
TJ's back. Hi, TJ.
Hi, buddy. We're having another test, but this is way more technical difficulties that we're having here today. I'm sorry. I can't even see my own chat. So if you're talking, I can't see it.
Don't never fear. I will read your chat to him. Oh yeah. Okay, that's good.
This is ridiculous.
Motherfucker.
Try to control your cursing, please.
Alright.
How do I see the live stream? Is that it right here?
Yes.
Okay. It says 3 people are watching.
Yep.
That's nice. I'm glad that everybody's here. Okay. Wow, they can see me. Hi.
Yeah, they should.
I've just been able to see myself on my iPad. That's how bad this is. Okay. Oh, and there is a chat. Okay.
All right, now here, turn the thing sideways.
I have to actually use an iPad, not my computer, to see my own chat. That's how bad this is. Why are you doing that?
Are you in YouTube right now? Yeah, there you go. That's what I say. Or if you didn't want that,
I didn't want that.
then here.
This is fine.
You like that? Okay, that's good.
I need to be able to see it.
All right, cool. This is have a fun time with your test chat.
No, you ain't going anywhere,
No,
buddy.
I'm not saying going anywhere. I'm saying have a fun time with it.
Okay, so I'm turning on the volume for the sound for the ESPN.
All right, we're
Okay.
gonna do some sound recording.
I just want to know how loud it is. I want to know if you can see it. I want to know what it looks like.
The Bulldog offense.
I don't know how.
Again, a team that
I don't know if I'm
prides themselves
lagging.
on being the toughest
I need to know
strikeout
all
in
that
the
stuff.
league.
I just want to know how loud it is. I want to know if you can see it. I want to know what it looks like.
Isaiah Campbell
If you guys, TJ, if you're in chat, if you can hear the
during his
TV
time
screen, if it's too loud, Or if
his
it's loud
teammate
enough, or
with
if
Wayne
it's too
Knight,
quiet,
he
let me
talks
know.
about how,
We're trying to
they shared
like if it as if the
Victory
draft was
secrets.
playing right now.
Tips.
In a week.
He was
I want you guys to be able to
last
hear the
year,
draft, but I want
the
you to
ace
hear
of
me
the staff,
too.
and that's
So
Campbell's role this year. And he gets strikeout
it says, do I have
number 10.
Kodai?
Wow. Back-to-back
Want free movies and
Ks in the
TV shows? I
seventh.
can show you the way of the force.
No, we that was the thing on the Fire Stick.
Yeah, the Fire Stick. Yeah, my wife has that all taken care of. I don't handle that stuff. Still too technical for me. Yeah. Maybe some other time.
This is why we play it.
I'm sure that I'll let you teach me all kinds of stuff. I'm muting the TV. It's bothering me.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay. I'm sure that I'll let you teach me all kinds of stuff. I'm muting the TV. It's bothering me.
So from what I can see is that you're loud. You're just slightly louder than the TV, which is good. The TV is loud enough so that I can hear it fine.
Is it too loud?
No. In fact, all that was maybe a little loud, but that's because that's my phone at max. So everything could either stand to be just that, or maybe just a very, very small amount more loud.
More loud? The TV?
Yeah. Like you'd be like turning it up like 2 notches on the thing here.
I wanted it quieter, to be honest with you.
You know it's all personal preference. I'm a teenager with eardrums that have yet to be used, and you're not streaming to teenagers.
Are you still watching me?
I am.
TJ, you still out there?
No.
I don't know if anybody's out there or not. What does it look like? What's the stream look like? Are you still watching me? I am. Okay. TJ, you still out there? So wait, I want to do the full screen. I want to see.
You want to see more? Okay.
I'm going full
What does it
screen.
look like? What's the stream look like? Are you still watching? Yeah.
Besides Jet stuff too. Yeah, TJ's there. Good.
So wait, I want to do the full
How's the microphone, TJ? Can you hear me? Because I'm using a different mic. Take this away. It's causing interference. Or mute it.
Oh, I can do that. I can do that well. Okay, here you go.
Add Pokemon. I don't even know what that means. Pokemon is
That's an anime. It's
a little cartoon character anime creature, right?
Yeah, remember yesterday when I showed you that thing with the Pikachu?
Yeah, Pikachu, right?
Yeah, that.
He says add Pokemon. He's here. Good. TJ, we're having a lot more problems than we did the other day. See, I put in this this overlay, so now I'm in the little box, right? And you got my Jets HQ logo down there in the bottom. And what I'm trying to do is set it up so that this will be the way it is. I'm in the box, and the Jets HQ logo is in the bottom there. And the draft will be where you see this Arkansas baseball game. So I'm trying to make sure that people can see me, see the logo, right? And see the draft while we talk about it. And I need to be able to see the chat. Of course, you guys want to hear it too, which means I have to play the volume. And to be honest with you, the volume of this baseball game bothers me. So it says it's kind of fade in and out a bit. Okay, let me see. How about if I move the microphone closer to me? Hold on.
Okay, or you can drop the mic.
Or I can throw the microphone on the floor. Thank you.
So it might fade in, fade out because you keep not looking at it and speaking away from
That's true. All right. How's this? Is this any better, TJ?
Look at the phone and see if you can see the mic on screen.
No, I can't.
You can. Oh, yeah, that's good.
No, the screen looks good to me, and the picture looks good.
That's good. All good.
Well, I can see the microphone a little bit now.
Little tip.
Yeah, just knock it down there a little bit. It doesn't need to be up in my face. I can treat this microphone. Hello, bad boy.
It is the screen is kind of lagging a bit.
The screen is lagging, yeah. Yeah. So TJ, can you hear everything I say, or do I sound laggy? I see it says it fades in and out, but am I lagging? Like you're missing parts of what I'm saying, or is it just getting louder and softer, louder and softer? If you're still there, if you can still hear me. You might go in. You know what? No, take this. Go in the other room, and I'm going to talk, and I want you to know. Tell me if you can hear everything I'm saying or whatnot. All right. Close the door so I can't hear me. Because I'm. Oh, much better. Good. Okay. Gary Peters says it sounds good to him. Good. Good. All right. So we got a couple of people. That's good. Thank you, guys. Video looks good. Why? Thank you. I guess from what I can see, I'm a few seconds. I mean, what I'm saying is showing up on the computer a few seconds later. So if I'm reacting to what you said, I'm probably reacting to what you said a little bit, like 30 seconds after you typed it or whatever. But yeah, this is a test like we did the other day, and TJ was on there for the other test, so he's helped me twice so far. Gary, thank you for joining in. I appreciate it. But we're just trying to work the bugs out for the draft stream, and oh man, this is rough. We have been working on this YouTube plus this OBS, whatever the hell overlay thing that we're doing. The encoding, the encrypting software that works with YouTube to do live streams, and it's just a giant pain in the ass for somebody who doesn't know anything about computers. So now my son is 16, and he knows a lot about computers, and it's challenging for him, and it's taken us hours. It took us hours yesterday, and it's taken us hours today. So that's what we're trying to work out right now. Hey, Illuminati. Yeah, like your videos, do your research, keep up the good work. Thank you very much. That's very nice of you, Illuminati. I appreciate it. I've noticed your comments on some of my videos, so thank you. Yeah, when I put up a video, I try very hard to research what I'm talking about. If I don't know something, then I'll dig and dig and dig until I know pretty much what there is to know about it before I start just spouting it out on the video. So I appreciate the comment. Thank you. The link in the description. Okay, my son wants you guys to know that there's a link in the description for donations. Now, you guys don't have to donate. I'm just trying to see if it works. So in order to test it to see if it works, why don't you guys send me... No, I'm just joking. You don't have to do any of that. I just wanted to see if you guys can see the description and see it's there. Let's see here. What else? Okay, so you guys, I'm going to put the volume of the baseball game in the background back on, and I want you to let me know if you feel that this volume is going to be good for the draft in a week. If you hear Chris Berman and those guys in the background. There's the volume. So we'll be listening to ESPN at that volume unless you guys tell me it needs to be altered in any way.
Really good non-conference moments. Bats struggling a little bit in the SEC.
Yeah, my son wants donations of a penny.
I believe his confidence is where it needs to be now.
Okay, you somebody hears the ball game, right?
Riley Self working with a base runner for the first.
Okay.
A big hack there by
So if you can hear the ball game, is it obstructing what I'm trying to say, or is it something that is a good background sound level? TJ says, use Twitch. It makes live streaming on YouTube a lot easier. Yeah, I will be using Twitch. Unfortunately, I think that the draft is going to be here too soon before I got it all prepared. So I unfortunately have to stream the draft through what I've got here, and then I'll switch over to Twitch and for when the regular season comes and live stream the regular season games. So, Hibbit, what are you doing? What's going on, Hibbit? How are you? Illuminati, but good. Okay, good. Thank you. So thank you guys all for joining me on this test. So we've got Illuminati, Hibbit, my son NamK1, TJ, and who else? Gary Peters. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining. We're doing another test. I've got I guess it's the Mississippi State Arkansas game in the background here. And the reason being is it's here to substitute for what the NFL draft would look like live Thursday night, and we're gonna thanks to okay, perfect volume for the ball game. Okay, thank you, Briggs. Matthew says he hears an echo with the announcers. Okay, that could be a problem. We'll have to fix that. I don't know how to fix that, but there's all the draft will be is announcers. So Gary says, the draft will be on ABC. Okay, ABC. Yeah, I'll put on whatever network the chat wants to watch because I can switch it all over the place. But yeah, the draft. Yeah, Hibbit, the draft is Thursday. Make your arrangements now because you got to be in front of a computer with us Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Let's see here. What time does the draft start? 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Eastern. But I'll try to put out reminders to my followers that we're getting ready to start the stream and all. So this way you can, I want the Jets to trade down too. But this way you guys can, even if you're not home, you could watch the draft. You just watch my stream on your phone, and I'll keep you up to date. I'll let you know if we screw it up. 8 p.m. That's right. That's right. I'm gonna mute the TV now because, quite frankly, it's hard to compete with. Okay, so I might keep that a little bit lower during the actual draft. Because to be honest with you, when we watch the draft, the real commentary, the important commentary will be coming from me. Just playing, but I like to bag on these guys when they do stupid things. So we're gonna have a lot of fun making fun of some of these teams' bad moves. God help me, I hope it's not the Jets that are making the bad moves. So how did it seem back? Good back there?
Fine. They're saying that there's an echo with
the announcers. Yeah.
Yeah. What's happening? The reason that they're saying there's an echo is because when you play the sound from
it's getting picked up by the mic.
The mic's hearing it too.
Well, I don't know how to stop that. The mic's got to be here.
I can get you Sam's pair of headphones, and you can listen to through his headphones, and your mic will still be picked up, and you will only hear this, and it'll, You can hear your side through here.
Can I just use the microphone on the headphones?
I guess you could if you really wanted to, yeah.
Would it work with the computer?
I think it would.
How do we do that? I'm missing some chat. Let's see here. What did I catch up on here?
Here. Might want to put up your Be Right Back thing so we don't screw everything up.
And then do what?
Use this to plug it in here. Excuse me. And, yeah.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me just finish reading this. Yeah. You're gonna do all 4 days? No, Gary. I wish I could, but I'm gonna do day one, and that's a great question. That's why tests are important. Yeah. Gary, thank you for asking that question. I should have been more clear. I'm doing day one. I'm not able to do the other days. I would love to, but this is not my only job. I do this stuff as a complete labor of love. I make $0 on this so far. So I've just started the channel like about a month ago, and I just love talking about the Jets and all this stuff, and I want to share with you guys. But I have a job, and thank God I'm not working on Thursday, so I'll be able to stream with you guys. And I'm also going to be streaming every game of the season. But the thing is that I work overnights, right? So it's cool. It's going to be interesting because I work overnight Saturday nights. So when I come home at 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to have to get to sleep immediately and get up and do a stream at noon most of the time. Most of the games, if you look at the schedule, most of the games for the Jets are at noon on Sunday. 2 of them are Monday nights, which is going to be impossible for me because I work Monday nights. And one of them is, I guess, a Thursday night, which I can do because I'm off, so that's no problem. Gary says, thanks. You're welcome. Thank you, Gary. I'm really looking forward to this, and I love having you guys here. I can't wait to just talk about the draft and what we're doing. I'm looking forward to it. I wish we weren't doing all these tests because this technical stuff just makes me infuriated. But put on NFL Network. Okay. We can do NFL Network. That's fine. I honestly, I'll do whatever makes everybody happy. I don't care which network we watch. In fact, I can watch them both and switch them back and forth. I want them to trade down if they don't mess up the picks. Yeah, Matt, you're right. I want them. I want them to trade down too, but giving more picks to the Jets is scary. I definitely want them to trade down, but losing out on a Nick Bosa, Nick Bosa or a Josh Allen is really scary if they end up with Bubkus.
Now, this is actually a question I have about football.
Yeah, my son has a question about football.
Yeah, and it's cool because I don't really like football.
Yeah.
So why is it scary to give more picks to the Jets?
Because the Jets have historically not been good at picking players.
Yeah, but
So if they have one really, really fantastic player
yeah.
and they pick him, it's hard to miss on that, right? But if you trade that guy and you end up with 3 good picks later on, and they're later picks, right? Not later, but say late first round, early second round. Well, the Jets have been really sketchy, or at least had bad history of picking guys that end up failing in the NFL at those picks.
That's
So it's a
very
little
cool.
scary. Yeah.
But Gangrene David seems to have just commented on your stream.
Yeah, Gangrene David, where is he?
He's down there. He says, "How are you, sir?"
Hey, there he is. Gangrene David. Hi, buddy. I am so glad that you're on here. I am just testing right now my stream for draft day. But, dude, I'm so happy that you're here. It makes me proud. TJ says, bro, we are happy. You the best. Well, thank you, TJ. That's really nice. Hibbett wants Bosa. I want Bosa, too. At 3. If we don't trade down, but in my scenario, the Jets trade down and the Giants are taking Jonah Williams and Montez Sweat. Hey, if we end up with Jonah Williams and Montez Sweat, I am totally thrilled. Totally. I love Jonah Williams. And Montez Sweat is great. Gangrene Davis says, be careful. You don't get copyrighted, dude. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. I know. I know about playing the live draft. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I can always turn off the live picture and just comment on the draft picks. You're right about that, David. I appreciate it. Are you going to be live too? I'd like to know. I am so thrilled. Gangrene David is on here with me right now. I'm telling you that is just awesome. He makes me. I love him. Love him. Yes, he's absolutely.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is that the guy that was? You know what? I really don't know who he is. Are we gonna try out this headphone thing?
Yeah, we'll do that in a second.
In
But
a second?
yeah, give me one
On
second.
the desk here because I don't want them on my head anymore.
Okay. All right. Yeah. David says he'll be live. He'll be at the draft party with Jets. Oh, really? He's going to be there with Ryan. All right. Cool. Yeah. Hey, do me a favor. Tell Jets Talk I love him. If you're going to be there live with Jets Talk, that is awesome. I'll be watching that too while I'm doing my stream. But that's fantastic. I wish I could be there. I am out of state right now, so I can't be at the Jets draft party. But that's cool. Yeah, if you're going to be there, tell Jets Jets Talk Ryan that I'm a huge fan of his too. Both of you guys, and Jet Central made me want to do this. Just watching you guys was I wait for you guys to come out with stuff all the time. He said, I got it. Nice. Him and I talk all the time. Well, that's awesome, David. Bro, you've made my day. You made my night, made my day. I'm proud. Matthew Grainer says, do you think that Vals had been giving bad advice to Mac over the years? I don't know. I think Maccagnan is pretty good at thinking on his own. I mean, everybody drafts good and bad, but do you think that with Gase by Mac Daddy's side, they might make better picks? Well, to be honest with you, I don't know. That's a tough question. I don't know how great a drafter Adam Gase was in Miami. Did he draft anybody good? I mean, Maccagnan is pretty solid. I know I'm making fun of him because he didn't do very well in the second round the last couple of times, but to be honest with you, I like Mike Maccagnan. I think he's a good dollars and cents guy, and he's got a very, very good policy of sticking with the best player available. And I mean, you don't need anybody's advice to pick the best player available. So, I mean, I know we need to fill a lot of holes, and I hope he does that. But if he's picking the best player available and he skips over somebody that, might fill a hole. We might end up better off. So, you just never know. David's all the people in here seem to be David subs too. But in case you're not already a subscriber of Gangrene David, please subscribe to him. Dude is awesome. He knows what he's talking about. I modeled most of what I do after him, Jets Talk and Jets Central. So just keep an eye on what he's doing all the time and go to his channel and listen to him. Connection at MetLife Stadium sucks. I'm gonna try to make sure the connection isn't lagging. Well, the connection at my house is sucky too. So. Oh no, leave Bree there. My dog just got a haircut. My son wants to show him. Thank you, my man. Yeah, David. Thank you. Thank you for just being here. It just makes me so happy. So I'm thrilled that you're here. I can't wait to see you and Ryan live. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be definitely watching. Are you going to do all 4 days? Are you with him, or are you going to do the other days on your own? I don't know if you're going to stream all 4 days or if you're just going to do videos. And I'm sorry I keep looking down. I'm reading the chat. I should be looking at the camera. I'm not a very camera savvy guy, so.
Great.
Huh?
We've been trying all this time to get the thing to start. I guess all we really needed to do was just restart the computer.
I guess that's because we're not smart.
No, we're not.
I'm glad I could inspire others to create content. Absolutely. You have absolutely inspired me. So, yeah. And I've if you go back, it's funny. If you take a look, David, if you look at some of my old videos, my very first couple, right off the bat, I think in like my second or third video, I think it might have been my third video, I talked about you and Jets Talk and Jets Central, and I said that's why I'm doing these, because of you three guys. So I can prove to you that I have been a fan of yours for a long time, because I said it before anybody subscribed to my channel. I was just putting up the videos, so I was talking about it.
Dick Long is back.
Oh, Dick Long joined. Yeah, I love that guy. Hi, Dick. How are you? David says not sure about the other days. I gotta ask Ryan about what else he's doing. Oh, okay. Well, when you find out, shoot me a comment or a message. I'd love to know what you're going to be doing. So, so I can watch. Hibbit, should I start a Jets channel? Sure. If you like to talk about the Jets, why not? I did. I'll tell you what. It's a labor of love. If you love the Jets, or if there's something that you love to talk about, a sports team, anything, it could be anything, and you know enough about it, or you think you know enough about it to share it with the world, start a channel. Why not? Doesn't hurt. It couldn't hurt you at all. Yo, Dick Long is back. David says, I'll be 1,000% streaming from the Jets draft party though. Awesome. I'll be checking that out while I'm sitting here doing my stream. Who would you take, Allen or Williams? I would take Josh Allen. I think Quinnen Williams is a fantastic player. I think he's just going to blow people up from whatever team's line he's on. But I want an outside rusher. I'm tired of waiting for the next John Abraham. We haven't had an edge rusher in 20 years. I think it's about time we had one. Josh Allen is the better fit. He is right. That is correct, David. I love Williams as a player. Fantastic ball runner. I agree entirely. I think Quinnen Williams is likely to turn out to be the best player in this draft. But we need edge rushing, and we need Josh Allen, and he will not be far behind as far as the evaluation. Once he gets in this league, you'll see. He'll be a great player. Great awareness. Yep, he has great awareness. That's correct. That is correct. Boy, we got a bunch of people in here now. This is a test stream. You guys are. This is a test stream, and everybody's watching the Mississippi State versus Arkansas baseball game as my background. It's funny.
They wanted you to put on the NFL.
Oh, you wanted me to put on the NFL Network? I don't even. Yeah. I'll tell you what.
He finally gets his wish after 10.
No, I don't have it set up. I have to work on it.
Okay.
So I can't even do that right now. Autocorrect is getting somebody. I'm hopping from stream to stream, man, so I'll still be here. Okay, that's cool. David, I appreciate all the time you've given us. That is, ladies and gentlemen, we have been visited by Gangrene David. That has made my week. Thank you very much, my friend.
Deserves a round of applause.
Like 45 mil a year. 45 mil a year for what? Oh, Mahomes' contract. Pat Mahomes' contract. Yeah, it's going to be sick. But hey, he earned it. If anybody wants free movies or TV, TJ is doing
He's a salesman.
for what Kodai, right? Dick Long watching NFL Network, and everybody has given us a loss against the Browns. Well, that's remains to be seen. I have a very, very good friend here in town that's a Browns fan, and he might join me for the live stream of week 2 when we face the Browns. So he might be here with me on the stream, and we can all make fun of him when we crush his team. And actually, we made fun. I was with him at the draft in Dallas when they drafted Baker Mayfield. I was there. I was there when we drafted Sam Darnold in the building, and he was with me, and he was wearing all his Browns memorabilia and stuff. He was wearing everything, And he goes up there, and the first thing they're expecting the Browns to take Sam Darnold, So he's ready, and the lights go down, and the commissioner comes out, and they start the draft, and the Browns are on the clock. And the commissioner comes up to announce the pick, and they announce Baker Mayfield. And me and 45,000 Cowboy fans start laughing at my friend. My poor friend Anthony was with me that day. That poor guy. And then they had the 4th pick, right? And the 4th pick, they were supposed to pick, what's his name? The big defensive end that went to the Broncos. I can't remember his name now, but I'm not thinking of him. But so anyway, they were supposed to pick this surefire guy that ended up with the Broncos. And oh shit, it was so funny. And they ended up taking the cornerback, and everybody got to laugh at him again. And the poor guy, there were 4 picks into the draft. We fought all day to get into this draft. 4 picks into the draft, he was totally humiliated twice. He had his head in his hands like this, and he looks up to me. And the Jets had taken Sam Darnold, so we were just screaming and having a great time, and we just totally came out of it with everything, right? And he's got his head in his hands after the 4th pick, and he looks over at me, and he says, "We can go anytime you want." Poor guy. And I was like, dude, we're not leaving until the end of this first round. We fought our way in here. We're watching this. And he looked at me, and he was like, okay. He might be here with me for week 2. Week 2, we're gonna stream the Browns game, and he's poor man. We'll remind him of all this. Okay, you guys got to remind me. We'll remind him of these stories when he's here. We'll talk about it, and you guys can just see that look on his face. Although, I mean, to be honest with you, his picks turned out to be really good. That cornerback, I can't remember anybody's name right now. I'm not thinking, but that cornerback and Baker Mayfield turned out to be fantastic for the Browns. But that day was utter humiliation for him, and we walked out of that stadium. I'm wearing all my Jet stuff, and everybody's patting me on the back saying, yeah, you guys got Sam Darnold. You finally got a quarterback. And we're walking out, and they're like, and you. Oh, it was sick. Poor guy. Oh, poor guy. Oh, Bradley Chubb. That's right. Thank you. Chat. I forgot to use the chat. You guys know what's going on.
TJ to the rescue.
Bradley Chubb. That's my man, TJ. Again, TJ has my back. That guy.
Oh, it's always TJ.
That guy is crazy good, right?
Yeah, it's always TJ.
Sam,
okay.
Down the board of the thing, just so you know.
Okay.
If you want to listen to my loud ass voice, for what? Oh, if anybody wants free TVs or listen to my loud voice, I got you. We need a center. Do you think we take one in the 3rd round? Hell yes. I hope one of the centers falls to us in the 3rd round. We need to trade down. We need to trade up otherwise. We need to get Elgton Jenkins, that McCoy kid from Texas A&M. If somehow Garrett Bradbury, we need one of those centers. There's no question. We need a center. We don't need a center that we can develop. We need a center that we can start day one. So there's no question. If we don't have a center by round 3, we're in trouble because there's no centers left in free agency. So that means we'd have to trade for somebody. And what are we going to give up? Nobody wants Darren Lee. So, I mean, what are we going to give up? So absolutely, we need to end up with a center by round 3 or we're dead. Okay, just quite simply. Do you remember what happened last year? Did you remember all those fumbles between the quarterback and the center? Do you remember the ball flying by the quarterback? Do you want to experience that again? It's just a joke. So yes, we need a center by round 3. Let's see here. What else are we saying here? I'll be at the Browns game, section 116 by the field. Oh yeah, all right. You're going to the Browns Jets game. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, then you can watch me stream on your phone and send me some comments from. You could be like my field reporter. That would be awesome. Hey, all right, Dick Long, you are the field reporter for the Jets Browns game. Okay, so remember to jump into the stream, and we'll make it like you're the on-site reporter for what's going on the field. I love that. I love that. Watch Dave Gettleman draft a kicker number 6. You guys remember the video I did where I was doing the mock drafts and I gave the Giants a kicker at 6 and a punter at 17? Yeah, I'm a real fan. I think in one of my videos I put a cat licking his crotch for the Giants symbol.
Yanking on his nuts.
Okay, he was doing something with his testicles. So I'm cool with that. All right, Dick Long. Hey, mark this down. Dick Long is our field reporter for the Browns game. He said he's in. He said he's in.
I will give you that notepad. I'll write it down. Okay, I need to keep him. All right.
There you go. Oops, sorry.
That was a great throw.
Sorry, I'm a bad thrower.
You should be a football player.
If I was a football player, believe me, I'd be a lineman, not a quarterback.
I know.
That's what the coach used to say. He's like, Con, get over here. We need a line.
What is he?
What?
What is Dick Long?
He's our field reporter for the Browns game. He's got seats right on the field.
He's gonna be there for
Section 116. Okay, what did Dick Long say? He says, what are your thoughts on trading picks for Frank Clark? Did you hear about that? What do you think? I love Frank Clark. I would love to have Frank Clark. The problem with trading picks for Frank Clark is that, you're giving up some value, players' value that can be under low contracts for long periods of time. And Frank Clark is going to demand a gigantic redo of his contract, or he's got a big one now that he's under a big. What are you laughing about?
I defiled your notepad.
Oh, my notepad. Okay, so stop. I'm trying to say something. So I would love to have Frank Clark. I would be thrilled with that. But if he's the edge rusher that we end up in this draft with, we better be getting some decent value for center or offensive tackle or something, cornerback. We have a lot of needs. So I have mixed feelings about going after Frank, giving up anything of value for Frank Clark. If my theory is that if you're going to trade for an expensive player, they better be cheap. They better not cost like more than a 5th or a 6th round pick, because you're taking on so much salary. You've given away. It's like buying a new car, and you're buying this car and you're not getting the value period of it. You're just getting the expense. When we draft a player, you get a player for up to 5 years, and you have them under basically, rent control. And when you get a guy like Frank Clark, you're buying him, beyond the rent control period, so it's going to destroy your salary cap. Now, that doesn't mean we can't have any of these players on our team, and of course, a player of his caliber would be great on our team. I'm just saying, I would only do it if it didn't cost us that much in draft picks. Gangrene David, center, cornerback, pass rusher needs we still need to fulfill. Yeah, absolutely. The stream is going great. Thank you for coming back, David. I appreciate it. I totally agree. We need a center so bad. I literally have trouble falling asleep because we don't have an answer at center. That's how badly it is, and we need them. I don't know if you guys have this problem too, but this is one of mine. Let's see. Francesco Zittoli, welcome to the stream, Francesco. Trade down or stay if we stay, would you take Josh Allen or Quinnen Williams? All right, well, we actually talked about this a little bit earlier, but thank you for joining in. I would take Josh Allen without question. And I think that Gangrene David, who's on here, agrees. He typed in chat that he agrees. The same thing. Both of us feel that Quinnen Williams is an outstanding player and is going to have a tremendous, if not Pro Bowl career in the NFL. But Josh Allen is very, very close to his ability, and we need an edge rusher so badly that I would go with Josh Allen without any hesitation whatsoever. Let's see who else is talking here. So we talked about Frank Clark. Hopefully, Dick, I'm not stepping on your toes there. I know you like the guy. I like the guy too, but I just wouldn't pay too much for him. We need center, cornerback, and pass rusher. There's no question. We also need offensive tackle and offensive guard. I hate our entire offensive line with the exception of Kalichi Osemele. I can't. I would send them all out. Boom, done. Our offensive line sucks. And I'll tell you what, when the Jets were great, we had a great offensive line. If you guys remember back to like 2009, 2010, we had a quarterback named Mark Sanchez. And Mark Sanchez couldn't quarterback himself out of a paper bag. In fact, he couldn't even miss his linemen's asses. But we went to 2 AFC championship games. Why? Because every man on our offensive line should be in the Hall of Fame. When you talk about Alan Faneca, you're talking about Nick Mangold. You're talking about DePrickershaw Ferguson. Dame. All of these guys. Dwayne Robertson. All of these guys were awesome. Matt Slauson was even on there. Our offensive line was beyond compare. Okay, and the Jets need to reestablish our offensive line. There's no question. I would get rid of Kalichi Osemele was a great start, but I am an old school. Hard nose, you need the best offensive line in football to win, and that's what we need. To be honest with you, I love Sam Darnold, but I could put a Girl Scout behind that offensive line, and we would win games. It's just that simple. You need that. That's what you need. Let's see here, Gary Peters. If we trade with the Giants, who are we taking at 6? Well, okay, that's a great question. If we trade with the Giants, you need to buy a lottery ticket, to be quite honest with you. The Giants are not going to trade with the Jets under any circumstances. Now, I put up a video where we talked about trading with the Giants, and that was where we kind of forced them into it because of a quarterback situation. That's hard to imagine that would happen. Dave Gettleman is not going to put himself in a situation where he has to answer questions for the next 4 or 5 years as to why he made a trade that helped the Jets be better than the Giants. Quite simply. If we make a deal with the Giants, we're going to come out better because we're trading down. So we're going to rape them. Okay? It's just that simple. So if we make a deal from 3 to 6, who would I take? I would probably look to trade down again. But I don't know. There's a couple of guys, edge rushers that are still there that I want to trade down all the way down to 15. I want to pick up 2 or 3 extra picks, and I want to get Brian Burns as our edge rusher. That's what I want to do. I want to get Jonah Williams later in the first round. I want to get Brian Burns. I want to get Garrett Bradbury. I'm kind of greedy. But if we trade with the Giants, I'd be surprised if that happens. But there's a lot of guys at 6 that we could trade with. It all depends on what we get from the Giants in return. If they give us their 6 and their 17, I'll be thrilled, but I doubt it's going to happen. Dick Long says, I like Allen, 1, Bosa, and then Quinnen. Hope we get Allen. I completely agree. Matt Grainer, do you think the Jets are waiting till draft day to make a trade to a team that is desperate to get more value out of the pick? I think the Jets are definitely waiting till draft day to make a trade, and I don't think it's up to the Jets. I think it's up to the teams that are there. The Jets won't make a trade until they see what the Niners do it too, because everybody thinks that the Cardinals are going to take Kyler Murray, so we're going to assume that they are. You don't know what the Niners are doing it too, so the Jets can't make a trade. That's the same situation that Gary was asking about trading with the Giants. The Giants could just as easily trade with the Niners if they're going after a quarterback. A quarterback. And they don't have to deal with the Jets at all. They could give the Niners the same exact deal the Jets would take, and they could jump up ahead of the Jets, not worry about trading with the Jets and leaving the New York media to destroy them if the Jets do good in the trade. So we have to wait to see what the Niners do it too in order for us to make any deals. Once the Cardinals and the Niners go, we'll see. We'll know exactly what's going on. The power will either be handed to the Jets for at that moment. The power will either be in the Jets' hands to distribute the wealth of quarterbacks for the draft, or it'll be gone. So let's say Kyler Murray goes 1 and the Niners make the deal with one of the quarterback needy teams and they come up and they take Dwayne Haskins. Now the Jets are on the clock at 3. There will be no trades because there's nobody who's going to trade up for Bosa, and there's nobody who's going to trade up for any of the remaining quarterbacks. So it's not going to matter. The Jets won't make a trade. But if let's say the Cardinals take Bosa and the Niners take Quinnen Williams, well, the Jets are going to make a killing in trades there because all the quarterbacks are left. Basically, anybody who wants one's got to go through the Jets. So the Jets could just write their own ticket at that point. So yeah, the Jets are waiting till draft day because nobody knows what's going to happen. Like last year, the Jets took a flyer and traded up to number 3 and got super duper lucky. But nobody's gambling like that this year. If they were going to do it, they would have done it already. So we're waiting till draft day, and there will be trades on draft day, and they will involve either the Niners, the Cardinals, or the Jets. So it's all a matter of what's going to be happening on draft day. That's why you guys need to be here with me on the stream because it's going to be freaking crazy. Let's see I'm missing some chat here. Hold on a second. Okay, let's see. Okay, do you think the Jets are waiting? Yeah, we talked about that. Okay, so Matthew says yes. We're waiting. Okay, Dick Long at 6. If Sweat and Burns are there, I'd take one of them. But like he said, the Giants won't deal with us. I'm gonna change my name to Hibbett Sports Studio. All right, Hibbett Sports Studio. I like it. I'd support that. Let me know when you go live, buddy. I'll be your first subscriber. Hibbett, do you like soccer? Yeah. Josh Allen or trade back? Agreed. Zachary Burner. Zachary, thank you for joining the chat. I agree with you. Giants wouldn't want the heat with the media. They debate the trade for 10 years. That's exactly right. It's just they can't handle that kind of heat. Even if they come out good on the trade, they'd have to wait years to find out. In the meantime, the media would destroy them. Like it, I play it, but don't follow it. Okay. If quarterbacks go 1 and 2 via trade, definitely Bosa. Yeah, that's true. If quarterbacks go 1-2 and the Jets can't trade out, we're going to take Bosa. There's no question. I like Allen too, but Bosa is the top pick in the draft, so it would be another situation where McCagnon ends up with the best pick falling into his lap because of the quarterback craze. But yeah, that's fine. I'll take that. Let's see what else we got. So, wow, there's 10 people here now.
There's 11 a minute ago.
11, that's good. Well, hey guys, I'm not going to be on much longer. This was really a test stream. I wanted to make sure that everybody could see everything and that I could actually broadcast the moving picture here. And it seems that everybody can see it. You guys can see me and you can hear me. So I've got the TV volume turned down so you can't hear the baseball game. But I had it up earlier, and everybody seems to have been able to hear that like they would as if it was the NFL draft a week from today. So I'm thrilled with you guys joining me today. I realize that I love to talk. I could just talk all night. I'll just sit here all night and talk Jets. But this was a test to see how if we could work out some of the bugs for the computer. And man, I got to tell you, believe it or not, this is like the 7th or 8th stream that I've actually done today, and it's the first one that's really actually gone out live because it's we've had so much trouble with the computer. So I really appreciate you guys joining in to help me out, get the bugs out and have an actual discussion with me so we can we can actually talk. I want to spend all day long. I've been messing with the computer. All I want to do is talk about the Jets. Let's see. What else we got? Anybody? Hibbett says, I have to wait 90 days until I can change my name. Why do you have to wait 90 days to change your name? Is it, you mean change it on the computer? You mean for your new channel? Hibbett Sports Studio. I like that. You're going to change your picture. Well, where are you, Hibbett? Are you a Brit? Is that what we've got that picture going on for? Where are you at? Should we be sitting down to tea and crumpets? Yeah. I don't trust Mike McCagnon if he trades back. Yeah, I have trouble with that too. But you got to put your faith in somebody. Mike has done a good job of setting up our salary structure, and I mean, to be honest with you, he's done about as good as, almost as good as most people. I've seen some teams do some pretty horrible things. Like trade for Joe Flacco. I'm never going to give Elway a break on that. I swear to God. Elway has gotten his team to a Super Bowl, and I still am going to pick the shit out of him for trading for Joe Flacco. That is just a way to destroy your team. Wow, that is a bad move. God, I hope the Giants regret passing on Darnold for many years to come. Yeah, absolutely. Let me tell you something. I love Saquon Barkley. I think he's just phenomenal. He's going to be my number one pick in the fantasy football next year. But damn, I'm glad we got Darnold. What a mistake. Oh my God, the Giants passing on a franchise quarterback is just ludicrous. I don't care if he's O.J. freaking Simpson. You crazy to pass on a franchise quarterback like Darnold. Just insane. I have like 15% English in me, and that is like most of me. Okay. But you're here in the States, I guess? Hibbett, you're in the States? Matthew Grainer says, do you really believe that Murray goes to the Cardinals? They just got Rosen last year. In the beginning of the year, Murray was Doug Flutie. And now he's number one pick. I think it's smoke. Yeah, I've thought about that. I really have. But somebody's gonna bite. It may not be the Cardinals. I hope it's not. Because if the Cardinals skip it, if the Cardinals put up a big smokescreen, they stick with Josh Rosen, and they take Bosa, they've done enough. They've done enough for us to build up Kyler Murray to the point where the Jets, if the Niners pass on him too, which of course they will, the question is, will the Niners trade out? Let's say the Niners don't trade and they take Quinnen Williams or Josh Allen or whatever, and it comes down to the Jets and Kyler Murray is still on the board. Dude, it is going to be like Christmas. We're gonna have a great day. We're gonna trade with somebody. We're gonna trade with maybe we will trade with the Giants. No, Gettleman likes a pocket passer. He wants Haskins, but maybe we would trade with the Broncos or the Redskins and actually give up Kyler, the spot to where Kyler Murray goes. And if we trade back to 10 or 15, we're gonna pick up a boatload, including first rounds next year. Man, going into next year with 2 first-round picks, especially either the Broncos or the Redskins' number one picks, which are going to be great picks. Boy, oh boy, I hope the Kyler Murray stuff is a smokescreen, and I hope he falls to 3. Not that we would pick him, but so that we could trade out. Yep, Hibbett's in the States. Okay. TJ says, you never know. Baker shocked the shit out of me last year, number one, so happy we got Donald. Yeah, absolutely. Baker Mayfield played great. Nobody expected him to do what he did, and all power to him, man. That's fantastic. And that was it turned out great for the Browns. Will he stay that way? I don't know. Baker Mayfield is a little dude. He's bigger than Kyler Murray, but he's still a little dude. So if he gets caught out of the pocket once and gets hit the wrong way, his career might change forever. But Sam Darnold I challenge any of you guys to think about what Darnold is full size. He's a 6'4", 220-pound dude. He's taking hits. There's no question. He can take hits. He's not going to, no one hit is going to change him unless he gets Joe Theismann. But Baker Mayfield, he gets clipped once and they'll turn him into a flatter than a penny. Let's see here. TJ, watch the Chargers trade with the Niners to get Bosa and have him paired with his brother. Yeah, that would be funny, wouldn't it? I think that would be a little crazy for them just to trade for Bosa just to get the pair of them. I mean, they'd have to give up a lot to move from where they're at to get to number 2. They'd have to give up the franchise, man. They might have to give up the other Bosa. They have to give up Joey to get Nick. Okay, so we got X Rider, JETS, Jets. Woo, baby. All right. JETS, Jets. Thank you for joining the stream. This is very nice. Now we're up to 16 people here in the chat room. It's great. I really thank you guys for joining. I mean, all this is a test stream so that I can work out the bugs so I can prepare for next week's draft, which is a week from tonight. And I'm looking forward to all of you joining me for the draft. It's going to be just a freaking fantastic night. Now, you see that I've got a baseball game here in the background. As I've explained to everybody a couple times, it's just there as a test. Imagine that would be where the draft would be, and you still see me up here in the corner. And you got my little logo down there. But I just wanted to make sure you guys could hear me, could see me, could write to me in the chat, and that we could have a back and forth during the draft. And I just wanted to make sure it all worked. Now, I'm going to do a test here in a minute. My son is going to switch me over to earphones because somebody said that there's an echo when I use this microphone. And that's true because when I turn the volume on for what's here is the baseball game, but you hear the announcers in the ball game. But not only do you hear the actual broadcast, but you're hearing it in the microphone that I'm talking into. So there's an echo. So he's going to switch me over to a headset here in a minute, just as a test. So we're going to do that next, and I'm going to need your guys' input to let me know if you can still hear me and all that other stuff. So I've got to do one more little technical test, so I appreciate you all being here to help me with that. All right, so let me catch up on the chat real quick before we do this test. So I've got Dick Long saying these powder blue Chargers jerseys are nice. One of my favorite jerseys of all time, powder blue Chargers. I have a powder blue Jesus Christ, what's his name? Fouts in my closet. It's the old school powder blue. I love the powder blues. They're beautiful. Wish the Jets had a jersey that was that cool. Hibbit says, can I get a shout out for me starting up my channel? There's vids on it from old something videos. But I'll be playing sports games and talking sports, mostly football. Okay, yeah, absolutely. People, Hibbit starting up a new channel. So if you like sports games, talking sports, football and baseball, check out Hibbit's new channel. He'll be he's my loyal subscriber, so he'll be on here. He could throw up a channel or a link or something, and I'm okay with that. So everybody, check out Hibbit for me. Staff Sergeant of the Marines, welcome, sir. Trade with Cincy, get Green, and swap first, and get all the second rounders you can. I'm with that. I'm down with that. I love that idea. If we could do that, I would be happy with that. But I bet you we could get a second. We might even be able to get a first next year, swapping down. But the question is Cincy interested in trading up? That's a great idea, though. I'm with you. Wicked 50 Cal. Who is the most overrated player in the draft, in my opinion? Wow, that's a good question. Yeah, Staff Sergeant says Kyler Murray. I don't know. And somebody else said DK Metcalf. But, boy, it would be funny if DK Metcalf turned out to be Julio Jones or something, wouldn't it? Who's the most overrated player in this draft? Wow, that's a great question. Well, I don't know. I've been thinking of them all as such great players, and this really is a loaded draft. To be honest with you, a lot of these players are super duper good. I'm going to go ahead and say Ed Oliver right now, only because he came into college football as the number one rated player in America, and he did literally the least he could do at Houston and still be considered a top player. I think the guy has it in him to be a fantastic player, but a lot of times when people come into college rated as the greatest player in high school football, and they don't, play every down and stuff like that. They end up in a school like Houston instead of a school like Alabama. There's a reason for it. I don't know. Ed Oliver's my guess only because I get the feeling that he's going to kind of turn into a lazy, not playing every down kind of guy. Do I have anything to go on by that? No. Don't quote me on that. That's just my feel from watching his tapes. And when I was doing my mock drafts and stuff, I watched endless hours of these guys' tapes. I just sat there watching these guys' tapes. And I watched a lot of them. And this guy Oliver, while he's so good on the plays he plays on, he was so bad on some of the ones that he just gives up. And I'm afraid for a player like that in the NFL. That's the kind of guy that washes out. So anyway, let's see here. What else did they ask me? Jose Melendez, welcome, my friend JETS, Jets. Long Beach, California. That's my man. I went to college out in San Diego, my friend. Jose, thank you for joining the stream. All right. Wicked 50 Cal agrees with TJ. He says DK Metcalf. Okay, I mean, it's possible. The DK Metcalf, don't forget, guys, you can't teach speed. Guy ran a 4.36. He may wash out and he may be overrated, but there's a guarantee on how fast he is. And I've seen him catch the ball, so he's not just a thin, skinny little track dude who happens to be fast and they slapped a uniform on. This boy is chiseled, so I like DK Metcalf. I don't know if I would take him, with our pick in the first round, but if we traded down and ended up with a couple of guys in DK Metcalf, I would be very excited to see what he can do. Anybody else? We're gonna do this test with the earphones now, so I'm trying to make sure I don't do it while people still have questions in the chat. Looks good. All right, looks like we're clear. You ready? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna try this, guys. If you can't hear me, let me know.
Try and make it to your Be Right Back screen or something if you want.
Okay.
So they don't see us fumbling around and dropping things.
Okay, let's do that. All right, so guys, what we're going to do here is we're going to put up this screen for you. It's going to be a Be Right Back screen. And, hold on this. If you watch Chris Sims, he isn't sold on Josh Allen yet, which is why the Jets are open for trading down. There's a YouTube video from what I did in Sports. Need to work on his route running. First video going to be a mock draft tomorrow. Good. Hibbett's doing a mock. Everybody check out Hibbett. He's going to do a mock draft tomorrow. That's awesome. I'll check it out. Teams might want to draft Rocky Sin just for that dope-ass name. I like that name too. I think that's awesome. All right, guys. Hang on one second. This is going to be a Be Right Back screen, and then we're going to be back with my headset set up here.
Let's watch on your stream real quick to make sure that if you clicked it, let's watch on your stream real quick to make sure that it actually worked. Yeah.
Can you still hear me even through the Be Right Back screen?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's watch on your stream real quick.
Yeah, so they can still hear us. Okay, so what do I do? You want to unplug this?
You can if you want.
Can you still hear me?
Push on this side of the thing, so I don't want to just ram your computer off this table.
Yeah, so they can still hear us.
I heard it.
Okay, so what do I do? You want to unplug this?
Okay.
Can you still hear me?
Push on this side of the thing, so I don't want to just ram your computer off this table. Right.
Yeah, so they can still hear us.
I heard it.
Okay, so
wow, that's
what do I
loud.
do? You want to unplug this?
Okay. Where's the?
Can you still hear me?
Push on this side of the thing, so I don't want to ram.
Why is it repeating over and over again?
Right. I don't know.
Why is it repeating over and over again?
Because I guess it's hearing you. Picking that up from there.
Probably a good reason. Turn off the freaking sound.
You just turn it up.
I can't see through your arm. Okay.
Alright, I'm going to click this and do a quick test.
Test of what?
Audio.
What am I supposed to do?
Is that not coming through the headphones?
You should probably just go to ESPN and turn up the volume so I can see if I can hear something. Go.
No, it's not working.
I don't hear a thing.
What a fucking bother.
Please don't curse.
Sorry.
Do you have to like tell it to switch to something?
That's what I was doing. It didn't seem to care.
There you go.
I know, it's already switched to headphones. It didn't do anything. Still nothing. Are you hearing this in your headphones?
I don't hear anything. What am I supposed to be hearing?
Dude, these things suck. Sam,
Huh?
do your headphones even work?
They're for the PS4.
Do they work? Because we're using it. It
Yeah,
has
they
a
work.
USB.
They work. You gotta plug the thing in.
We did plug the thing
It's
in.
plugged in. Maybe it's in a bad port, about a different port.
You know what? Why are we even doing this? I'll just get the mic that we know works. Mine.
What mic?
The headset. I mean,
Oh.
I just call it a mic.
Can I take this out?
Yes.
Facts. Rocky Sin sounds like a gritty East Coast rapper from back in the day. Montez Sweat, a 90s R&B singer. I like it. Dick Long, man. You are hilarious. That is funny. Jose likes cursing. Yeah, I'll bring my son back down. He's really good at
Yeah.
it. Breaking news. Jets sweep AFC East. Rock on, buddy.
Okay. I have thing. I'm gonna penetrate your computer with the mic.
I kind of feel like the Jets
Make
have
sure not to go too hard.
tough schedule. I don't know. I like their schedule. They got like 7 easy games in a row. They got a tough 4, like 3 through 7 is tough, but after that, it looks pretty good.
That worked.
What are you doing?
Testing the audio. All right. Yeah, it works. I can hear things.
I see your microphone's working.
Yeah. Hey. I've hacked Jets HQ stream. It's my stream now. It's all mine. No, I'm kidding. I don't really care.
I want to see how the
Resume builder for them.
And you look at how the bullpen
Can you get
sets
it
up
this
now
way?
for
Yeah, I
Arkansas.
can hear it.
Kostichuk
Sounds
not
good.
Used
It's
tonight.
not reverbing.
Cronin wasn't used a lot
Yeah.
here tonight.
But I'm
Maybe
also
they
still
can
sick,
begin
so
to
my
mark
ears
for
are still
sure
ringing.
Game 3 if they have to.
Well, that's what you hope your ace can do. He can go out there and pitch you into the 8th inning. You only need one reliever, and that sets up the bullpen for the rest of the series.
And here's a look at the SEC West updated standings. So
Now I have
Texas
nothing.
A&M
Okay.
10-5
So now.
Mississippi State
All right.
and Arkansas 10-6.
Okay.
As it stands right now.
All right, guys. I'm trying this out. See how this goes. I don't think I can keep a headset
Yeah,
on my
you know, again,
head all day. I
it's
really
gonna
don't.
be hard for anybody
During
in
the
West
draft.
to run away and
I don't know,
hide.
we'll
It's
see.
just- There's too much competition.
You guys got to
six
tell me in
teams
chat
tonight.
if this looks
And
ridiculous.
so you look at it, you say, how many national seeds can they get?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I like both of these teams to be competitive for
See
that
where we're
national
at
seed
here.
mix, and both of them have a chance to win the West. A&M certainly has the pitching. I like both of these clubs' offenses better. So
18 people are in chat now. That is awesome.
Bounce back. They're getting beat up tonight.
It is
by
really
Florida.
awesome. So, guys, can you hear the baseball
Looks to be
game?
struggling a little bit. So
Pretend it's like. Can you hear the draft? It's what?
to kind of get Auburn going. So
He hears
think
it?
these
Okay.
two teams are
Because
the
I don't
best in
see
the
them in
West,
my
even
chat
though
anymore. It's not
A&M
refreshing.
right now is in the lead, just because I like the offenses of these two clubs a little bit better.
That's great.
Than A&M.
Can somebody
Great
help
way
me?
to start this Easter weekend of SEC baseball. There's Thursday night tilt. Ethan Small, Isaiah Campbell.
Noah,
Great
I need you to
pitching
help me.
matchup. Campbell gets his 7th win.
What happened to my?
Small suffers his first loss. 5-3 the final. It goes to
I can't even-
Arkansas. Coming up next, the draft feature for Chris Burke.
This is the problem.
So long from Fayetteville.
That's good. That's good. I'm gonna mute the TV again because now we have this other problem, of course. What's going on here?
Your iPad's old and slow. It's gonna be old and slow for you.
Are you able to see me?
Yeah.
Well, then, if we can't get these things to work, I'm gonna keep your phone all night.
Yeah, I don't like that, so we're gonna try to do.
So then you better start helping me with something. You're my technical guy. That's what you're doing here.
Technical guy has a screwdriver, but all I can really do is just stare and wait for your thing to work.
I can't get to the App Store because my phone doesn't seem to be able to do anything. So I can't get the YouTube app on my phone. I'm literally paralyzed. I can't do anything. Why is your phone working and none of my stuff working?
Here, here's my phone.
You're gonna have to read to me.
No internet connection.
Give me this.
Can you turn it off and then leave it off for a minute and then turn it back on?
Where's the power button? Read me the chat while you're, so I can talk to them at least.
Well, earlier you told me to stop cursing, and Jose Medella says, I like cursing.
Yeah, I saw that. Go past that. Go to the new stuff.
TJ says, breaking news. News is B. I don't know what that means. Damn autocorrect again.
If you guys have this kind of technical difficulties at home with every single thing you're trying to do, please let me know. It's unbelievable. I mean, really, I've got an iPad, an iPhone, and my computer, and I can't get. I'm lucky that the computer is still streaming me because none of my shit works. It's unbelievable. My son's phone is working fine, but I can't see your stream chat. I can't get any of my things to run YouTube. It's a joke.
Jose says, audio sounds good. Gray says they just need to win. Dick Long says, I think it's a tricky schedule, and staying as healthy as we can will be a factor in our success.
That's true. Staying healthy is definitely a factor. That's a question for everyone.
TJ says, I thought Anonymous hacked you real quick, lol.
Huh?
Sergeant of the Marines says, if we beat Cleveland and Steelers, we will win at the Super Bowl.
Hey, I'm down with that. I hope you're right, Sergeant. I hope you're right. If we beat the Steelers and the Browns, I'll tell you what. I guarantee you 2 wins. The Dolphins. We play the Dolphins twice. We'll beat them twice. They're tanking. So yeah, they're tanking it. So I'm good with that. And we take those 2 wins from the Steelers and the Browns. I would take that also.
Matthew Brainer says, sounds good, no echo. Jose says, nah, wear the headset, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
He says, we'll help.
What'd you say?
He says he'll help.
He'll help. Okay.
Dick Long says,
Thank you for. I need that.
Dick Long says, we need our key players healthy, and I expect a huge season from Marcus May if he does stay healthy.
Yes, our safeties are important. Marcus May needs to have a big season because Jamal Adams, he can't keep doing it on his own. I'm really thrilled to have both of those guys. So
Jose says, I am totally pumped for C.J. Mosley.
C.J. Mosley, I am too. Having a general like that in the middle of our linebacking core, that will be huge. And okay, now I've got it back. Thank God. But that'll be huge. I can't get it to do what I want. Okay. Nothing. It's just really aggravating. Please put it away. Anyway, so C.J. Mosley, thrilled to have him. And I can't wait to see what he does on the field. I hope he turns into the next Mike Singletary. Really, really thrilled. I mean, we have a great middle of the field on defense. I mean, we like they were saying with Marcus May and Jamal Adams and now C.J. Mosley. So having those guys, I happen to like where we're at as far as our starting cornerback. A lot of everybody are getting really down on Tremaine Johnson. I think that he's going to be very good this year. He'll rebound. He's just too good not to play well. I think last year was a bad year. I think he was hurt a lot, but I think this year's going to be much better. Is ESPN locked up or something? It's not moving.
It might just be loading or lagging on your thing.
That's strange.
Oh no, you paused it.
Oh well, that'll do it. Okay. This is the stuff that happens in a test stream, people.
It'll probably happen on the real stream too.
Probably will happen on the real stream, huh? Then I'll start throwing things, and then Jose Melendez will hear me curse and he'll be happy. Yeah, Jose will be happy. Okay, so let's get back to some of this chat that I've been missing here. So nobody cares where the headset. I'll help. We need our key players healthy. We talked about that. We see you. Good. Thoughts on hockey? And for me, I only have technical issues with when I'm writing term or research papers. Well, I'll tell you what. I was excellent at writing research and term papers. So if you need help with that, I'll help you as long as you can help me with my technical difficulties. For those of you guys who don't know, I've got 2 bachelor's degrees and a doctorate, so I can definitely write a term paper with the best of them. Let's see, what was the question, though? The question was hockey. Yeah, I love the Rangers. And the Rangers just got the number 2 pick in the draft, so I'm stoked. We're going to get a superstar. Either that crazy-sounding name or that regular-sounding name. I can't remember their names right now. I was so focused on football, but yeah, the Rangers. They're my boys. And I was around to watch the Rangers lift a cup in '94, so very, very huge fan. Love Mr. Messier. He was my idol. I love Gretzky, of course. Now, I was a Gretzky fan before he was on the Rangers, so I used to root for the Rangers and for Wayne Gretzky. That'll tell you my age. That's when I was around. When Gretzky started in '79, I was already a hockey fan. So that'll tell you a little bit about how old I am. But when Gretzky was playing, anybody used to ask me, "You're such a big Rangers fan. What do you do if Gretzky plays the Rangers?" I go, "Well, I hope Gretzky scores a hat trick and the Rangers win 4-3." So that was my answer. And I was lucky enough to see Gretzky in person many times. I watched him score a hat trick. So those are the kind of memories that make a big difference. I'm very happy to have experienced that. As far as hockey today is concerned, I'm not as big a fan as I used to be. I do love hockey, and I'm a big Rangers fan, but I couldn't do what I do here about the Jets about the Rangers. I'm just not schooled enough in all their players. Let's see. My new video will be on the channel. Okay. Hibbett's doing his video. He'll be telling us more about it. Jose says, I think the first game against the Bills is the most important game. It'll set the tone for the season. Absolutely. Very good point. We need to fillet the Bills. I mean, we need to destroy them. We need to come out there and we need to put one Josh Allen on top of the other Josh Allen. When we get him, I hope we wind him up and just set him free and just let him get like 7 sacks in the first game. Gary Peters, if I have to do this much longer, I need a pay raise. Okay, well, I don't want to force you to do anything, Gary. CJ Mosley will be so good. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. TJ, you're right. Greg Williams is going to make a gigantic difference on our team. When the Jets come out this year, our defense will be a swarm. They will be everywhere. They will kill people. It's going to be fantastic. Tremaine Johnson, if healthy, will be great. Too quick to say his numbers suck, but he was hurt. Absolutely correct. Tremaine Johnson is a fantastic starting quarterback. I have full confidence in him. And, once we get a quarterback to line up on the other side of him, you'll see he's going to be just fine. Of course, if he's the only one on the field, we're going to be in trouble, but that won't be the case. Sergeant of the Marines. Bosa to Jets. If no trade coming through, I mean, if Bosa's on the board, he's a Jet, no question. And I'd be glad to set Bosa free on Josh Allen in Buffalo if he's on our team. I'm perfectly good with that. TJ, not all that into hockey. I'm 29. I was pretty young when the Rangers were actually consistently good. Yeah, it's been a while. We had great players. Wow, the Rangers were so good. It's a shame what happened. But listen, we got the number 2 pick in the draft. I think to be honest with you, I think the Rangers have something like 4 first-round picks this year. It's something crazy. They traded a bunch of stuff, and all the teams owe them picks. So they have potentially 4 or 5 first-round picks. At the very least, they have 3 and then a bunch of high 2s. So they're going to come away with just like a whole new freaking hockey team from this year's NHL draft. So I might start getting back into it. But I'm thrilled to see whoever we get at number 2 is going to be some superstar. So it's going to be great. There's 2 blue chippers in the hockey draft this year, and we're going to get one of them. Yeah, it's going to be great. What else? Anybody else? My chat on my YouTube on my iPad is a little bit behind the real chat, so I'm going to take a look here and see if I'm missing anything. Okay. Give some to the Jets. Give what? Give some of what? Sergeant? All right. Well, now you guys are looking at my emulator screen here. You can see what it is I'm looking at. It's like a picture and a picture and a picture and a picture. So, I'm sorry if it's a obnoxious optical illusion that you guys are looking at. Wicked 50 Cows an Islanders fan. Yeah, I'm sorry for you too. Oh, number 1 picks. Yes, Sergeant. Absolutely. We need some of those number 1 picks over on the Jets. Believe me, if we had the picks, if the Jets had the picks this year that the New York Rangers have, we'd all be sitting around, constant orgasm. It's a joke how many picks they have. If I was a super duper hockey fan, I think I'd be camping out outside the draft already for the Rangers, man. That's gonna be beautiful. From Hockey Team. Hello from Brazil. All right. Lucas, Giuseppe. Hello. Brazil is online. Oh, that's awesome. Welcome from Brazil. Thank you for joining the stream. I think that's great. Brazilian. I love Brazilian food. Okay, I have something. That's trippy. Twilight Zone. What happened, TJ? Oh, not all into hockey. Oh, okay. It's a shame that TJ. It's a shame that you missed the Rangers when they were good. They were fun, man. And when the Rangers had Messier and Gretzky. I mean, that was like the old Edmonton Oilers. Of course, they were older, but it was like having the Edmonton Oilers on your team. And oof, they were good. Oh man, it was fun to watch. I have a good question: Josh Allen or Quinnen Williams? All right, we'll talk about it again. Jose, let's see here. We've talked about this several times tonight, but I love talking about it. So I would go with Josh Allen. And Gangrene David was on earlier tonight on the stream here, and we were very much blessed with his presence. That was really cool. So he agreed. He said the same thing. I would go Josh Allen all day, and it's because we need an edge rusher so badly. Our defensive line is pretty good. Not that it couldn't get better with Quinnen Williams. And he is a fabulous player. Don't get me wrong. If Quinnen Williams ends up on the Jets, I'm not going to be mad about it. But we need an edge rusher, and we've needed one for the last 20 years. We traded Jonathan Abraham, and we haven't had an edge rusher since. So we need this position filled, and there's just a fabulous blue chipper there to do it. We need to do that. Now, there's a lot of them here, so if we trade down, when we trade down, we're still looking to pick up picks, but we're still looking to fill that edge rushing position. So, yeah, I would go with Josh Allen. I think that Anybody who had 17 sacks in the SEC and they only rushed the quarterback 50% of the time, is pretty exciting. Don't forget, he dropped into pass coverage 50% of the time at Kentucky. 50% of the plays, he dropped into coverage. And he ended up with 17 sacks in the SEC. Let's see. I would love to see the Jets fleece the Giants in a trade. Me too, Sergeant. We were talking about this earlier too. I do not think. I think I give it a 0.00001% chance that the Jets make a trade with the Giants. And that's simply because Dave Gettleman will have to face the New York media for the next 5 years and with them asking him questions about this trade. If he makes a trade with the Jets, whether the Jets did better or he did better, it doesn't matter. He's going to have to suffer until the outcome of that trade is clearly known. And that's going to take years. And he's just not going to want to put up with that crap. I wouldn't want to either, not in New York, not with the New York media. I'd love to see the Jets. Yeah, okay. So, picture in a picture. What about the picture in a picture? Oh, the trippy. The optical illusion that I've got going on here. Okay. Yeah, the reason that I'm in this window screen right now, guys, is just so that I can see your chat better than I can see it on my iPad. I'm kind of behind on the iPad chat. See, right now, I think the last thing I see in the iPad chat is "I like it though." It's caught up. Okay, so it's caught up now. It was behind for a while. Okay, so or fleece Miami the entire draft so they get a quarterback. Yeah, that's now. Here's another thing, Sarge, is that the Dolphins aren't going to make any trades this year, not in the draft, and I'll tell you why. Unless they trade down, and it's because they are tanking next. They are tanking this year so that they can get to the number 1 draft pick next year and get Tua Tagovailoa. And so that means that they're not going to trade up to get a quarterback this year, so they won't be fleeceable. And it's been obvious because of the trades, because of the moves they've made in free agency. So it's not like they're hiding it or anything. They've really stripped their team bare. So I doubt they'll be fleeceable, which is why I kind of skip over them. I know that they need a quarterback badly, so I talk about the Broncos, the Giants, the Redskins, and the Dolphins. But I skipped the Dolphins at 13 because they're just not going to make a trade up with the Jets because they're not trying to be good this year. They're trying to be bad. Which is another reason why I keep saying that we have 2 automatic wins this year. 2 automatic wins, home and away. One in Miami and one at New York versus Miami. Yeah. Your father can talk, can he? Jesus Christ. He's just talking. Oh, hey guys, I don't know if you noticed it or not, but I got my new Jets logo? See? I'm sporting the new duds. See that? Now, I'm not selling anything. That's from the Jets. I just wanted you to know I got mine. So, what's the next chat here? Let's see. Who's after Allen as an edge rusher? The next best edge rusher is oh shit, what's his name from Michigan? Damn, just drawing a blank today. Hang on a second. Here, I'll help you guys. I'll show you. There we go. I'm sure you guys can see me surfing. So yeah, just rather than give you a guess, yeah, Rashawn Gary, that's his name. Okay, so yeah, so Gary from Michigan is the next best edge rusher. And I like him too, but he's another one of those underperformers. Remember, I was talking about Ed Oliver underperforming and being scary. And he's the same. He's kind of scary to me. Let's see if I can make this work again. Rashawn Gary makes me afraid because he kind of underperformed this last year or two. So
don't know that we have a number 1 overall pick among this group of quarterbacks in the recent Senior Bowl,
What is this
Charles
going on?
Davis,
Why am I hearing
but it
this
is still a
noise?
pretty strong group.
It certainly is, and I can't wait to watch them battle for supremacy. And we've got two on the same squad. Drew Lock from Missouri, who came into 2018.
That's a video that started playing in the background. Okay, so Rashawn Gary is the next best edge rusher. That was the question. But like I was saying, is I'm afraid of picking him because of his lack of motivation on every play. And he's kind of like an Ed Oliver in that case, where he didn't perform as good in college, although people are still giving him a lot of credit for being one of the best in the country. And it makes me nervous when a guy kind of, his numbers aren't right. He kind of like takes too many plays off. Basically pulling the Knicks. Yeah, that's right. Except the Knicks pull it every year. And believe me, I'm a Knicks fan. I like it though. What would be considered a bust of a season for the Jets? A bust. That's a good question. I would say if we were under 500, with the record that we have, I mean not the record, with the schedule that we have, we should be better than 500. Now I'm not putting that on there where they have to make the playoffs or it's a bust. I'm not doing that because we still have a lot of pieces that we have to put together here. Even if we get great pieces, they have to fit together. They have to work together, and they have to get used to Greg Williams' defense. And Sam Darnold has to develop some more, and we need an offensive line in front of him. So you see what I'm saying is that I'm not going to sit here and say that if we don't make the playoffs, it's a bust. That's not true. But I would say this team should be 8-8 at least. Basically pulling the Knicks, yeah. Rashawn Gary, Sweat. Sweat is not as good as Rashawn Gary, but you see, Sweat has another problem. Montez Sweat is a great player, and he played great in college, and he looks good, and he's fast. He had a great combine and everything, but he's got a heart problem. You guys know that he has a heart condition, right? So I love Montez Sweat, but I can't take him. If I'm a Jets and we can't fail in this draft, I can't take the guy because he's got a heart condition. And what if he turns out to be the best player you ever saw? Okay, the best player that you ever saw, and at the end of his second year, he has to retire because of a heart condition that might kill him. Would that make you happy? It would crush me. Yeah, I don't want that. I mean, even if I got 2 years of literally Lawrence Taylor, and I look like the smartest GM in the world, after 2 years, the guy can never play again. You lose him because of a heart condition. I can't handle that. So, and that's the best case scenario. You know, he's probably not going to turn out to be Lawrence Taylor. He might play more seasons, but he's not going to be Lawrence Taylor. And he still has this heart condition. It's not going to go away. It's a congenital heart condition. I have a background in medicine, so to be honest with you, I'm just not taking that guy. Let's see, what's the next question? How many O-line men will the Jets get, and what rounds? Okay, good question. And then adding that, I wish I got 2 in a row, like when we got Adams in May. Yeah, back to back. Totally agree. The Jets need to come out of this draft with 2 offensive linemen, hopefully more. They need a center, and they need a tackle. But if we came out of this with another guard, I'd be thrilled with that too. And if we came out of this with 2 tackles, a guard, and a center, I'd be even happier. So we're seeing what I'm saying is that if our entire draft was offensive linemen, there would be nobody happier in the room than me. Aside from the fact that we still wouldn't have an edge rusher. That would hurt a little bit. Yeah, we need offensive linemen. We need to take them early because they can't fail. We can take cornerbacks and wide receivers and all these other guys late because you really just have to pinpoint speed and maybe they had some kind of quirk in college or whatever. But the offensive linemen, I mean, these guys, they have a certain body type. They have a certain team that they played for. You just know who the good linemen are going to be, and you're going to have to get them all in the top 3 rounds. So if we end up getting a tackle like Jonah Williams and then a center like maybe Elgton Jenkins or somebody like that, that's a successful draft. That's totally great. So, but they're going to have to be early, and we might have to trade up to do it. Back to back. Yeah, I'm for it if we take those guys back to back in the draft. What do I think? That's what I think. There is no way to know yet. Yeah, that's true. What if Gase and Darnold's relationship is awful and all Gase does is confuse and try to force things on Darnold? Well, that's possible, but I don't think that. You think that Gase is that stupid? I mean, I don't. I think Gase is gonna play well with his toy. To be honest with you, I really do. I don't think Gase is a dumb guy. I think he'll be a good coach, but we'll see. I mean, I was worried when we hired him, but quite honestly, I think he's really good with quarterbacks. I think he knows what he's doing. Believe it or not, he's the I think most of you know that. What's his name? Shit, I can't even think. I can't think out loud anymore. What's the religious dude's name? He was a Jet for a little while, quarterback. I can't remember. I can't think right now. But Adam Gase was his quarterback coach in Denver, and the guy won all kinds of playoff games. He can't even throw the fucking football. So, huh? Let's see here. Whoa, chat's going too fast now. I can't keep up. Tim Tebow. Thank you. Jeez, why can't I think of Tim Tebow? Anyway, if Adam Gase could make Tim Tebow into a playoff winning quarterback, we have no problem. Okay, I'm just saying that he doesn't even list Tim Tebow in his group of players that he's coached. He doesn't even want people to think about that. But believe it or not, he took a guy who couldn't throw the football 5 yards accurately and made him a winning quarterback. So I'm okay with that. We'll see. Everybody's yelling at me. Tebow. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry. It's late. I couldn't think. Okay, so back to your questions. Oh my God, logo looks different. Yeah, it does. Okay, we could be 4 and 12. How do you edit your videos? How do I edit my videos? I use Filmora. Wondershare Filmora. That's a good question. Is it free? It's not. Okay, it's not free, but Wondershare Filmora is the editing software I use, and believe me, Hebbit, if my son could teach me to use it, anyone can use it, because I could barely make this stream happen on YouTube. Okay, so anyone can use it. It's not free, but I don't think it was that expensive. And I use the camera that I use is a GoPro, so it's just a regular old GoPro. We need the damn center who doesn't snap the ball into the Atlantic Ocean. Absolutely. I couldn't even watch a lot of the video from the games the Jets played last year because I wanted to throw up watching that retard throw the ball past the quarterback. I don't even know what to say about that. We can't talk about that. Okay. Let's see. Garcus Bloodlust. That's a good name right there. Our O-line was bottom 5 last season. Yes, it was. It's just horrendously bad. All we did was replace Carpenter with a guy who was a Pro Bowler a few years ago. That's true. But could just end up being a different replacement. You're absolutely right. We need an entirely new offensive line. There's no question. I will keep a Kalichi Osemele, and I will junk everyone else and start over. I completely and 100% agree with you, Mr. Bloodlust. Please don't kill me. Dick Long, Darnold won't be confused by Gase. Plus, he's smart, very improvisational. They're going to click right off the bat. I agree. I think they will. Who's the number 1 running back off the board in this year's fantasy football? Saquon Barkley. There's no question. Saquon Barkley. Especially if you're in a dynasty league, if you get to keep players, Saquon. There's no second player. Yeah, I know. Everybody wants me to say Le'Veon Bell. Okay, Le'Veon Bell. Gase can only make Darnold better. Todd Bowles was the worst. Yeah, I mean, I like Todd Bowles. I think Todd Bowles was very successful running the defense in St. Louis, Phoenix, excuse me, the Cardinals. But he just didn't turn out to be the kind of head coach we needed. He was too laid back. So, I mean, we got rid of him. I like Todd Bowles. I think Todd Bowles is a good coach. He just wasn't a good head coach for us. And Gase will be better. I mean, there's no question. What has Gase done that gives you confidence in him besides claiming credit for Peyton Manning's success in Denver? Well, I was talking about Tim Tebow. That's what I was saying. Is that a guy like that who was able to coach Tim Tebow into a playoff winning quarterback? Literally, if he can do that, I could quarterback and learn from him. I mean, it's that simple. I have a better arm than Tim Tebow. And I'm saying that live over the internet to the world. I have a better arm, and I am more accurate than Tim Tebow. So Adam Gase turned that guy into a winner. I mean, he had the heart to do it himself, to be a winner, but he needed a coach to coach him into winning. And did you see? It was funny because when they were winning those playoff games, John Elway was up in the booth cringing because he knew that Tim Tebow couldn't throw the ball, yet Gase had coached him into being a winning quarterback. So he didn't know what he was going to do. That's why he dumped him, because he was going to get destroyed having to give a contract to a guy who could not throw. And he knew Adam Gase wasn't going to be there as his quarterback's coach forever. So that's a good question, and there's a good situation behind that. So now you know so a little bit more about him. Tim Tebow. He sucked. He made one throw in overtime to win it. Denver's defense won those games. Well, the defense did win the games, but that's not true. Not only did Tim Tebow make multitudes of throws, he also ran the ball. And he was the quarterback. Don't forget, quarterbacking doesn't just mean throwing the ball. You have to run the team. You have to call the plays. You have to run the field. You have to make the reads. You have to hand the ball off. You have to do a lot of things. There's more than just making one throw in overtime, and he did a lot. And it's okay for you to disagree with me too, by the way. I don't mind. But that's my opinion. So, Denver's defense won those games. Okay, all right. Nothing to do with Tim Tebow. If you think that, that's okay with me. What team besides the Patriots have the best overall coaching staff? I don't know. I like the Rams coaching staff, to be honest with you. Who else? I don't know. I'll say the Rams for now, but I'll think on it. I'll get back to you on that one. That'd be like saying Lamar Jackson's quarterback coach is what put Ravens into the playoffs. Well, he definitely helped. Do you think Lamar Jackson was ready to be a quarterback coming out of the draft last year? I didn't. I didn't think he'd get anywhere near the field. Let's see. I'm sure Darnold helped. All right. Well, Lamar Jackson didn't put the Ravens in the playoffs either, but I think he'll be a bust, just in my opinion. So I'm probably going to get the video game MLB The Show 19 on Easter. You think I should make a series for that? Sure, why not if you're good at it? Hey, let me tell you something. If you're good at something, then put it up on your stream. I mean, really, if I was good at it, you'd be seeing it right now. You guys are hearing what I'm good at. I can talk, I can tell stories, and I love the Jets. I mean, that's it. I mean, I have a decided opinion on a lot of things football-wise. I put a lot of effort into researching stuff, and then I share that opinion with you guys. If you're good at something, Hibbit, do it, man. I mean, if you're good at MLB, The Show, I'll watch. I love sports games, so let's get it going. Melendez says, I'm sure Darnold was involved in hiring Gase. Yeah, I bet you he was. So I think they can gel well. I'm excited. I don't think Bell will be overhyped. It's all about Darnold getting better. I agree. Garkus says, I am trying to be positive, but at the same time, I have to keep it real. I am not confident in Gase at all. He got fired from the Dolphins for a reason. His offense was ranked 31st last season. That's absolutely correct. I can't argue with that. I think that the Dolphins were in the process of starting to tank for drafting positions. But I agree with you, and they were crushed with injuries. But that's an excuse that any team can use. So I agree with you entirely. And listen, nobody's 100% certain of any coach, especially one that just got fired and is starting with a new team. But I think let's put it this way: Gase has the ability to turn this team around. He's got the ability. We need an offensive coach because we've had defensive coaches for years, and I liked Rex Ryan and all that, but we need some offense. I'm tired of having 6-point games. But the other thing is that the management is getting behind him, and they're giving him the keys to the Cadillac, man. They're giving him the money to sign what he wants. They're going to let him run this draft. Hopefully, we'll end up with some offensive linemen out of this. So we're going to see. We're going to see what Adam Gase can do when you're given all the money in the world and all the discretion. So we'll know after this season if you're right, Mr. Bloodlust. Please don't hurt me. If you're right, then we'll know, because at the end of the season we'll either have a 4-12 disaster, and we'll have another new head coach coming in, or maybe Adam Gase isn't so bad. But we'll find out either way. Yes, sir. Yeah, can you just wait one more second? Okay. I gotta get through these. This is going quickly here. Okay, so at least Garcus is trying to remain positive. I appreciate that. Sargent says, who's better, the D coordinator with our current roster, or Sexy Rex, our other new D coordinator? I don't know. That's going to be a good question. We'll have to find out. I think Greg Williams will beat them both into the ground. So they I don't know. We'll see. I'm happy with Greg Williams. Like I said, saying Gase had anything to do with Broncos winning is like saying Lamar Jackson's quarterback coach was the reason for. Okay, listen, we can agree to disagree on that. I'm okay with you. I think Lamar Jackson is an excellent running back. Yeah, so was Tim Tebow. TJ says, I agree with running back. TJ says he has no business throwing it, in my opinion. I like your videos. You're a good guy, and I'm just not up on Gase. That's cool, man. That's cool. Hey, listen, like I said, this is a conversation place. This is not a dictatorship. I love the conversation. And if people disagree with me, that's a win for me. That's okay. I learn from you people as well as give you my information. So I'm not here to dictate to you. I'm here to talk with you. Matthew says, I wanted the Jets to be back Rex Ryan at DC. I loved Rex Ryan. I really did. I thought Rex was freaking awesome. Got a good look at Greg Williams on Hard Knocks. He loves his tenacity. I agree. I think he's going to be great. He might be the next Rex. We'll see. He's a little bit crazy, so he's a little bit like Rex. Rex coming back would make the media go insane. That's true. Okay, so Garcus says, if you agree with me and said Gase did so well with Tim Tebow and you could throw the ball better than Tim Tebow, then how come his offense sucked in Miami? Because the team that he had in Miami sucked. Was his quarterback worse than Tim Tebow? That's a good question. Tannehill has no desire. He's playing for a paycheck. The guy is worthless. That's yes. So, but you see, Tim Tebow, when he goes out on the field, he leaves it all out there. He may not have the talent of a Ryan Tannehill, but he's got way more desire and 10 times bigger heart. So when you see them play side by side on the field, there's a big difference. So it's easy to coach a guy with heart and desire. It's almost impossible to coach a guy who has all the talent in the world and won't use it. That's my answer to that question. I'm not debating you. I mean to be friendly. I'm being friendly too. I love the listen. That's fine. That's fine. If you have something to say it. And I'm not trying to make you believe in what I have to say. And I realize that you're doing the same. That we're just having an honest conversation. But this is my opinion. That's why we're talking about this. So, but I think that heart and desire has a place in the game. The reason I can throw the ball better than Tim Tebow is because all of the heart and desire in the world can't give you any talent. Okay, so literally not a good passer. That's all there is to it. But the guy's desire and the will, 24 hours a day in the classroom, learning, studying, practicing. it means something when you get out on the field and you run and you're 10 yards ahead of Ryan Tannehill because you just are trying so damn hard. And Tannehill, he's sitting there eating a hot dog and collecting his paycheck. That's the way he played, honestly. I mean, I equate him to Jay Cutler, but not as good. How would you like to be equated to Jay Cutler, but not as good? Okay, that's Ryan Tannehill. I think Bowles didn't get a fair chance. Let's remember he didn't have any stars. The defense was great, but they were on the field all the time. I agree, but the reason they didn't have any stars is because they didn't draft one. When we had John Idzik, and we went through that painful, 2014 draft. The one where nobody's still on our team. That's when you don't draft well, you don't have any stars. You don't have any stars, but good coach still coaches. And I agree. I like Todd Bowles. I was done with him though. I mean, to be honest, I think he had enough time. Grainer says because he had Tannehill. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Bowles. No emotion. Yeah, he's kind of dry. Bloodlust says I really hope you were right about Gase. I think Darnold is the real deal. He is absolutely the real deal. I'm thrilled that we have him. He just needs a better O-line and a true mentor. I agree. If Gase could be that guy, it's a win. 100%. Mr. Garcus Bloodlust, you and I have reached complete agreement. Now that is awesome. Right there. That's awesome. You see that? Man completely disagreed with me on something, and we have reached 100% simpatico. I love that. All right. Excuse me, people. What? No, he said something right now. He said something that I 100% agree with. There's nothing that's better than that. All right. Everybody give me 1 second because I'm going to release my technical difficulties man here to go do his own thing. All right, buddy. You're free to go. It looks like everything's working. You want to say goodbye to the stream?
I can't even do my own stream now because you have my headset.
Nope, you can't. You can do it out. You can do it with this microphone right here.
No, it sounds awful. I'll just go upstairs and wait more.
You can stay here and listen to my stream then. Okay. Yeah. Use Sam's headset. Do you need this? There you go.
Are you finished?
I'll be almost. I'm almost done. If you want to play Sammy, you can do it without any sound. Okay. Let's see. Where was I? Hey, Sammy, could you bring me a Coke, please? Thank you, buddy. Okay. Dick Long says, Todd the Mannequin Bowles. That's awesome. The Mannequin. I love it. Garcus says, we won't know anything until the preseason game. That's true. We won't know anything on how these guys are going to get together. We don't even know who our draft picks are yet. So all of this is very early debate. Very early. Let's see here. Bowles had plenty of time. I agree. I think he had plenty of time. But I mean, it's easy to say. I wasn't in the room every day with the guy. I feel like Bowles had enough time, personally. On his mock draft is done. He's going to record it tomorrow. Good. All right, Hibbett. I'll be watching for it. You don't need to edit a whole lot on a mock. Just put up a picture of the guy you're talking about. Pretty easy. Let's see here. Todd the Toilet Bowles. Wow. Matthew Grainer. That is rough. You call him a toilet. Wow. That's rough. Todd Bowles was awful. I never seen him coach anyone. He looked like a deer in the headlights. Well, he did have a look like that. I don't think he was actually confused. I just think he looked that way. But it's kind of like those Adam Gase eyes at that press conference. That was crazy. Yeah, we just hired a psychopath. He looked like a deer in the headlights. Just stood there in silence. Yes, he was very, very introvertish. Never saying anything or coaching anyone. I don't know if you've ever saw him coaching anyone. He didn't get in their face and start screaming at them. I'm not talking about that, Sam.
Talk about it.
No. Bowles never had anything insightful to say. Okay, I'm not disagreeing. I think we're done with Bowles. I feel bad. I was very hopeful when we signed Bowles to be a coach after what he had done for the Cardinals. I was very hopeful. So it didn't turn out how we had hoped. I miss Rex Ryan's press conferences too, TJ. I love those. I like that one on the Hard Knocks when he's like screaming at the guys in that room, and he's like yelling at them, getting on them, telling them how bad they were and how bad every line was and whatever. And he's like, "All right, now let's go have a snack," because it was on the schedule to have a snack after the meeting, right? All right, let's go have a snack. Still screaming. I missed that. That was pretty funny. Garcus says he just would say shit like coach's decision or we want to play better. Yeah, I agree. We can drop the Bowles thing. He's no longer here. I promise you, he was not coming back. What we have is like 6 draft picks. Yeah, we have 6 draft picks. That's exactly what we have, Gary. Hopefully we'll have more when we trade down out of 3. Hibbett says it'll be posted tomorrow, hopefully around 5. Your video. Okay, good. Good, I'll be watching. Count me in, Hibbett. I can't wait to see your mock. Hard Knocks with Rex was fantastic. It certainly was. I was hoping we were going to be on Hard Knocks again the next year. We had a chance of having Hard Knocks 2 years in a row. Did you guys know that? And got turned down at the very end. And they put I can't remember who the next team was, but it's a shame because it was another year with Rex, and they were going to make us the permanent Hard Knocks team because Rex was so damn good on it. It was the highest rated Hard Knocks they'd ever had. Central Time. Okay. Hibbett, you're on Central Time just like me right now. TJ agrees. Garcus, the one thing I did like about Gase is during the coach lunch interview thing a few weeks ago when he spoke with knowledge and passion, total opposite of Bowles. Yes. You will see that a lot about Adam Gase, as a matter of fact. He's very often very spunky when he talks. So he's not going to do a lot of that deer in the headlights, quiet shit that Bowles did. So he's not Rex Ryan either, but he's in between. He'll give you some passion. So I go back and watch Rex on Hard Knocks. Yeah, I have it taped. All 5 episodes. I love it. David Gans. We are in desperate need of not 1, but 2 offensive tackles. Beachum is sad and Shell has serious knee injuries at the end of the last season. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about Shell, okay? Shell, when he had a normal knee, wasn't any good. All right? So, yeah, you're right. We need 2 tackles. Beachum is mediocre at best. Shell shouldn't play football. I don't care who his father was. His father's a Hall of Famer, by the way, but I don't give a shit. That guy sucks. I mean, sucks. Let me. Hold on. I'm being too iffy here. He sucks. Okay, the guy is terrible. He shouldn't play football. I did a video several months ago, and I was talking about the offensive line of the Texans because they were so bad. Did you know that last year the Texans gave up more sacks than anyone in the history of football? It was the most sacks. I said that Deshaun Watson should have charged the team with attempted murder. They put that offensive line in front of him. And I feel the same way about Shell. So there's my opinion of Mr. Shell. What do we got here? Where did I go? Best coach ever. Wish we had a quarterback instead of butt fumble. I agree. Not to mention starting center. Yes, I already talked about that earlier in the stream. But if we don't end up with a center in the first 3 rounds, we're toast. It's all over. Forget the season. Forget the coaching. Gase. Forget everything. If we don't end up with a center within the first 3 rounds, we're dead. Okay? We need a center. Have the ball dribbling all over the field again this year. Joke. What a joke. Have a professional fucking center snap the ball past the quarterback. It's just a joke. And it happened multiple times on our team. It's an embarrassment. Having a butt fumble is an accident. Having a center like that is fucking decision. Wow, I'm getting mad. I'm starting to curse. Sorry, guys. What else? I don't think Mike McCagnon, I don't like him, or what does everyone think? I like him. I think he's okay. I think he's a heady dude. I think he's smart. I think he's good for numbers. I think he's good for salary, and I think he's good for putting a roster together. As far as drafting decisions go, I would hope that he would allow some of his other guys to handle that this year. I haven't been too fond of most of his draft picks. I hope Murray falls to us and we trade down for a handsome ransom. Absolutely, that's the key scenario. If you watch my video about the Jets' best case scenario, the mock draft of the Jets, with trades and all that, that's what I said. Is that if Kyler Murray falls to the Jets at 3, it is literally the best possible thing that can happen. And at that point, it's Christmas for the Jets. If the Jets screw that up, there's no coming back. McCagnon should be fired. Because if Kyler Murray gets to the Jets at 3, we should end up with a windfall of picks. Without any question. I don't care who they're from. They'll be from one of the teams, the Raiders, the Giants, the Redskins, the Broncos, the Dolphins. It doesn't matter who they're from. It's going to be from some, if not multiple, of those teams. Because in my video, I actually have the Jets trading down 3 times and picking up, a world's ransom. So I know that's a fun video, and it's probably not going to happen. But I completely agree that if Kyler falls to us at 3, we're running the show. Is Fireman Ed coming back? I think he is. He was back last year. He'd gotten pissed off. I don't blame him. How'd you like to go to every game and lose every fucking game and have to sit on your brother's shoulders the whole time? One of our offensive linemen got a 77 PFS pass blocking grade. Yeah, good. Yeah, whoever's rating these guys is drunk. Trust me. I've seen them. I've seen the Madden ratings. I've seen them. I've seen Pro Fantasy Football. That doesn't make them right. I watch the Jets. Okay, I watch the Jets, and if any of our guys had a rating over 70, whoever gave them that rating should lose his job. And I like the Jets. I want them to have good players. They just suck. That's our offensive line sucks. David Gans, not his father, his uncle. Oh, okay. You're talking about Shell. Okay, excuse me, his uncle. That is quite likely true. Mike Parlato just tuned in. Sorry. Sorry, you said this already, but who's your preference, Alan Bosa or Williams? I'll come back to your question because I've answered it so many times. Let me read some of these other questions. If we had Darnold instead of Sanchez, we would have had back-to-back Super Bowl wins. That's very, very likely true. Sergeant, you could be absolutely correct there. Bosa, then Allen, and Williams. That is exactly my choice, but I'll explain it to Mike in a minute when I come back to his question. It was so sad this past season at MetLife. Hardly anyone did the chant after scores. I hope the stadium will come back to life. It will, absolutely. We're going to have a good team this year, so the stadium's going to be fun to be at again. So, yeah, get your tickets. I mean, I'm going to be there. So, what do you guys think about our Montgomery signing? I think that's a great backup. Ty Montgomery is a talented guy, and to swap him in every once in a while in a passing play or a third down situation, something where we need a guy who's not gassed out from all the runs that Bell's going to be receiving. This is a great pickup. Fantastic pickup. And we're lucky to be able to get him because he just didn't produce that much at Green Bay. But, wow, the guy is talented. That's great depth right there. It's a good pickup. Why is it that all the Jet Nation and every YouTuber, entire fandom realize we need to upgrade our O-line in order to help Darnold develop, yet Mac has done so little to address it? I don't get it. That is the same question that I've asked in about 30% of my videos. I don't know. I have no idea how to answer that question. Everyone, it's not just everyone in fandom and Jet Nation and YouTubers. Everyone in the whole fucking world knows that we need to fix our offensive line, and hopefully Mike Maccagnan will understand that this year. I maybe Adam Gase has explained it to him. I don't know, but all you have to do is show him pictures of Mark Sanchez going to the AFC Championships. That's all you have to do. Uh-oh. Says I'm offline. Why am I offline? Sammy, help me.
What?
Where's your brother?
Upstairs.
Why does it say I'm offline? What happened? Maybe I'm not. Maybe it's just my stupid thing here. I hope I'm still online. If you guys can hear me, let me know. Let's see. I can't tell. I'm online? Okay, I'm online. It's my stupid iPad. Nothing. I got it. Chat, help me out. All right, so I'm just going to read this off the screen here then. Okay, so sorry, Noah. My son is exasperated with me. So yeah, that was the answer to your question, Garkist. I don't know the answer. Everyone in the whole world knows we need to fix our offensive line. So if any one of you has a phone number for Mike Maccagnan or an email address, please send him a message before the draft, hopefully. It will. New uniforms, new players, new coaches. Yeah. Art Shell, Brandon Shell's uncle. Okay. Thank you, David. I have been corrected. It is Brandon Shell's uncle. But you know what? I don't care because Art Shell is a Hall of Famer. And he was wonderful. And I watched him play for the Raiders. And I've watched Brandon Shell, his nephew, play for the Jets. And the man should not play football. Simple as that. I mean, I'm trying to be supportive of our team, but man, I mean, the guy he's the, he might as well just, they say hike, he laid down. It's just easy. Garkis, maybe he just wants to draft him, not really rely on free agency. I mean, that's true, but you got to do both. Definitely Sarge. Jets can do 10-6 at best. I think they can go 10-6 with this schedule. It all depends on how they do weeks 3 through 7. That's a tough swing. But after that, they've got like 7 in a row that are easy. If we do good weeks 3 through 7, we're in good shape. We'll have a good year. Bring back Nick Mangold. I'd love to, guys. You know what? If you brought Nick back, he'd be the best lineman on our team right now, at his age, without practicing. You're still here, man. Okay, he's allergic to the O-line. Yeah, I know. You went offline, then back. Okay, well, I'm glad I'm back. TJ Smith looks Ray. That only works if Mac trades back. Gets more draft capital. Otherwise, we're forced to take one of the big three. I agree that we are forced to take one of the big three. If we can't trade. Shell and Gene Upshaw. Hell yeah. That was a great defense. That is a great defense with Gene Upshaw. He became player rep, didn't he? Gene Upshaw did. We started with Kalichi, maybe. Yeah, I agree. Kalichi Osemele is a fantastic pickup for the Jets. Great pickup. That's a good start right there. I was very happy because that meant Maccagnan knew something was wrong. That meant Maccagnan knew we needed an offensive line. Now, right there was a established a basic understanding. So I'm excited to see that he realizes that. Yeah, he has a plan. The thing that bothers me is everyone is on Baker's jock. I understand Baker is a good player and not taking anything from him, but Darnold was running for his life. That's absolutely correct. Listen, people, there's no question. Sam Darnold's a better quarterback than Baker Mayfield. Are you guys worried that Baker Mayfield is going to be considered a better quarterback than Sam Darnold? Give me a break. Never going to happen. Baker Mayfield had a good season. He did. He really did. And he's exciting. He's a little, Crazy dude. But he's tiny. Okay, so Sam Darnold is going to be prototypical great. He's going to be a great player. You're going to look back at him and he's going to be like Jim Kelly. You know what I mean? Baker Mayfield is, he's never going to be what Darnold can be. Never. They would have 2 tight ends and a running back blocking for Darnold and a back and a drop back 7 DBs covering like 3 guys. Pass rush would still get to Darnold. I agree. It's a joke. Darnold had a season that he did with nothing. He literally had nothing. He had 2 tissue boxes, an empty Coke can, and a scarecrow as his offensive lineman, and he still had a decent season. What do we got here? Darnold has a higher ceiling than Baker, and I think he's more talented overall, despite how good Baker will be. Baker's going to be okay. Baker's going to take some hits, and he's never going to be the same. He's too small. Trust me. Look at it. Look what's happened to the small guys. Okay, it just happens. They start out great, and they get hit, and then they realize that, oh my God, there's men that are twice my size trying to kill me, and they're never the same. It's very rare that a person their size turns out to be a good quarterback. Russell Wilson, he's not a little guy. I mean, he's a short guy, but he's a big dude. Okay, knock you down. But you got the only other person who was small that has been successful is Drew Brees. Doug Flutie was not successful in this league. He was fun to watch, but he wasn't a great quarterback. And Baker Mayfield is going to be good. You got your running quarterbacks, and they're just going to get hurt. I mean, even Michael Vick got hurt. Let's see. I'm going to go to bed now. Love the stream. See ya. Hibbit, thank you for joining us, buddy. Have a great night. I'm absolutely honored that you were here with us. I hope you have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be watching for your mock draft. Everybody check out Hibbit's mock draft when he puts it out, please. TJ says he might have better stats because of all the weapons. Yeah, and he's got more weapons now. He's got Odell Beckham Jr. now. Darnold is better. There's no question. The proof of what you're saying is our offense was literally dead when Josh came in for those few games. I agree. Night, Hibbit. Faneca can join the party too. Tell me about it, my friend. Alan Faneca is a Hall of Famer. Fabulous lineman. The line that we had was unparalleled back when Faneca was playing. Mangold, Brickashaw. Oh God, it's just what a line. I could have stood behind that line all day and never been touched. Why does Darnold have a bigger ceiling than Baker other than his size? Because he's a better mechanical player. Baker is a wily guy and he's got a good mind, but I don't think he can read a defense like Sam Darnold. I don't think he's got the physical tools to play as well as Sam Darnold. He's not as big, not as tall as Sam Darnold. He can't see over the line as well. Sam Darnold doesn't have to run for his life on every play, and he's going to show you that he's going to be much more accurate. He's got a better arm. Darnold has a far better arm than Baker Mayfield. And I mean far better. We're talking 20-yard farther better. Let's see here. Baker had a 5 O-line a top 5 O-line. That's right, he did. That's right. Doug Flutie wasn't successful because he was always second guessed and never given a full trust of the play. That's true. That could be true, Matt. But there's a reason for that. It's because he's a little guy, and he didn't have full view of the field. Matt, you're probably right. But if Doug Flutie was my quarterback, I would probably have second guessed him and never give him full trust in the play. So there's that. Dick Long says, better thrower on the run, stronger arm. Take his hits better. That's right. Baker will last a few seasons. He might even last more than a few seasons, but once he gets hit, he'll never be the same. When he gets really hit, he still may last in the league, but his game will change. And if he's hit right, his game might change forever. Who'll have a better career, Darnold or Aaron Rodgers? Wow. Well, that's a tough one, bro. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is so good. If we let's put it this way. Let's be fair. If we end up with Sam Darnold and saying who's at the end of his career saying, "Wow, I wonder who was better, him or Aaron Rodgers," we will be so happy as Jet fans. Okay, if we have to debate that question at the end of Sam Darnold's career, we've done really, really well. How's that? Is that fair? I mean, is that a fair answer to that question? Because I don't know who will have a better career, but I sure hope it's Sam. But if he even comes close, we're doing great. I hope you're right on Darnold over Baker. And honestly, I was pissed that Jets didn't get Baker. Okay, hey, Jose, you're allowed to have wanted Baker. He's exciting, you know. I just think that Darnold was the right call. He's a better player. He's a better future. But Baker Mayfield's exciting, and he lights it up, you know. I think we're talking long term. We're talking franchise quarterbacks. So that's why I feel the way I do. What do you know about Bell? Do you think he's the type of guy that get his big payday and not be all in anymore, like Mo did to us? Yeah, I was upset about Mo Wilkerson. I really was, because he's one of my favorite players. He's my son's favorite player. We have his jersey. So when he quit after signing that big contract on the field, he just gave up on the field. That was really upsetting. So I was glad to see him go because I was so mad. Fury cares more about being a rapper than a running back. Okay, that's a good question. I'm not worried that Bell is going to take a payday and quit, because if you read his Twitter, he's goading. He's literally goading the Steelers almost every day. So, you know, if you get a payday and you're just looking to just, you know, run out the clock and stay healthy, you don't do that. You're not going to poke the bear and say, "Hey, watch this," and then lay down, and then they'll laugh at you. So he's pretty much saying he's going to lay it on them. I think that he's going to have a really good season. I think he's going to do it to spite the Steelers. Now, what's he going to do after the season? If he has 1,800 yards, 23 touchdowns, 450 yards receiving, 5 more receiving touchdowns. I mean, if he, you know, does all that, you know, and spikes the ball in Pittsburgh and, you know, wipes his ass on the field or whatever, you know, if he does all that and gets to laugh at them and you know all that thing on Facebook, is he going to be done after this year and then lay it back? I don't know, but he's planning on having a big season. He knows he's running behind a shitty offensive line. He's waiting to see what the Jets do here too, but he sure isn't Facebooking and Twittering like a guy who's just going to take the money and pack it. You know, I don't run my mouth unless I can back it up. You know, I don't like the way it feels when people make me eat shit. So, let's see, where are we? Darnold. TJ says Darnold because we didn't sign McCarthy. Mike McCarthy, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Mike McCarthy and Rodgers having a little bit of a problem there, right? Okay, Sergeant says my answer was fair. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks, Dave Gettleman. Absolutely. That's why we have Sam Darnold. We can drink one to Mr. Gettleman. Thank you for the gift of Sam Darnold. Pour one out for my my homie. Yeah, guys. We've been streaming now for over 2 hours, and you guys have been very, very loyal to sit here with me during this whole time. That was very nice of you guys. I'm getting ready to wrap it up, though. If you are pro fantasy football, what do you think Sam Darnold's grade for our QB ranking will be? I don't know. That's a great question. We'll have to look that up and talk about that, because I'm not that into PFF ratings, but they do a good job for the most part. Like we said, we had a little bit of an argument over the fact that they gave a Jets lineman a 77. But I don't know. It's tough to rank a quarterback like Darnold because he's still getting so much better. He still has so much more to do to be better. And he's going to have so much better season this year that any rating they give him is going to be low. So I don't know what number it's going to be or what number they've already given him, but I can tell you that it's low because they're just basing it on last year. And what do you call it? He hasn't done it yet, but the team is going to be so much better than last year that even if he doesn't improve at all, his number will be better than the rating they give him, and he's going to improve. So, let's just say that whatever the PFF is out there, it's low, and you can count on it being better than that. And that's why, because they base things off of last year. So. Sargent says, who gets the Aaron Rodgers treatment in the draft? That's a good question. See, my pick was on my money was on the Duke quarterback. See, it's late again. Like, what the hell is his name? Everybody will start shouting at me, I'm not even going to look it up. You guys will type it in chat. The Duke quarterback is my pick. I think that he'll fall. I think the Missouri quarterback will go. I think that Kyler Murray and Haskins will go, and I think that he's going to left scratching himself. That's my honest opinion. I think that if you guys watched my video, I did a great. It's my favorite video. Daniel Jones, thank you. Thank you very much, Mike. Mike, I never answered your question, Mike. I got to go back to answer you. I'm sorry. I'm going to answer your question. But so Mike helped me out there with Daniel Jones. The question that the video that I was talking about was that I did this video about who was going to be the last guy left in the green room and who was going to be made fun of like Aaron Rodgers, and that was the question that I was just asked by Sargent. I don't know if you guys all saw that video or not, but that's my favorite video because it's just funny. There's 23 guys that were invited to the draft, and they're all going to be sitting there for hours and sweating and hoping that they're not the bottom guy. They're all showing up thinking it's going to be the greatest day of their life. And there's at least 5 or 6 of them, they're going to be like, holy shit, this is embarrassing. I wish I didn't come here today. And I mean, there's quite a few of them that might still be sitting there when the whole first day is done. And I'll be devastated for the poor kid, whoever it is, or kids, because they don't deserve it. They're some of the greatest players in the world. But they're going to be the Aaron Rodgers of the draft. It's going to happen. ESPN and all the news outlets, they can't help it. Every time they draft somebody, they're going to show all the people left in the green room. And when these guys are still left and they're expected to go higher, they're going to be filming them every time. They're going to be wiping the sweat and pretending to smile. Hey, everything's great. Yep, we're on pick 32. Come on, Belichick. And somebody's going to be left in the green room. It's going to be terrible. So you guys got to watch that video. My favorite video that I've done because it's just, obvious. It seems to be obvious to me. And I don't see why people don't see what's going to happen this year, but it's going to happen. So anyway, I missed a ton of chat here, but I'm going to go back in a second. I owe Mike the answer to his question. The question that I have that he asked me was how do I rank the top guys coming into the draft from the top 3? What order would I take them in? And my answer to the question is that I would take Nick Bosa first. I would take Josh Allen second, and I would take Quinnen Williams third. And that's not a reflection on how good the players are. I think that Quinnen Williams is probably the best player in the draft, if not tied with Nick Bosa. But we need an edge rusher, and there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We've got linemen. We need an edge rusher. So I would take Bosa and then Allen. And if we ended up with either one of them, I'd be happy. That's just the easiest way to say it. I think that Quinnen Williams is going to have a great career. I think he'll have a great career. But sometimes what are you going to do? You need what you need. All right, so let's see here. Daniel Jones. Everybody answered me. What's my opinion on the top 10 sleeps of all time? Sleepers? You need sleepers? I'm about to be in the top 5. You gonna go to sleep, TJ? That's pretty funny. No, that's funny. Any coaching staff is an upgrade from what we had last year. We just need to upgrade our freaking offensive line. I agree. Daniel Jones, guys got me. You got my back. That's for damn sure. DeAndre Baker will be the last. You think DeAndre Baker is going to be the last guy in the room? Okay, I think that's a chance. He's got a chance. Yeah, listen. I was talking about in that video I was talking about betting, because that's one of the things that I do. Sports betting, professional sports betting, and it's funny because there's a prop bet going around the books in Vegas, and this is one of them. So who's going to be the last guy left in the green room? Who's going to be the Aaron Rodgers? And DeAndre Baker would be getting solid odds. What you need to do is find the long shot that's going to come in. That's what you guys need to figure out. DeAndre Baker and Daniel Jones are going to be the easy money bets. You need to find the long shot so that you can make some money on a free roll. But you got to watch my video and teach you how to do that. Do you think that Mike Mayock falls on his face? I don't know. Mike Mayock. Listen, I like listening to Mike Mayock. He's very knowledgeable. Problem is that he's stuck with, Chucky, and Chucky is not only knowledgeable, but you're talking about the Class A of Class A personalities. He's going to get what he wants, so I think Mayock is pretty much going to get led around. Mayock's a strong man, but he ain't that strong. So I think the two of them together is explosive. Probably end up in a war. For now, it looks pretty good. Mike Parlato says, I am biased because I'm a former Bama student. Oh, okay. All right. And a Jets fan, and I watch a lot of Bama football. I believe if we put Leonard and Quinnen in the middle, it will make outside better. I agree. That's totally true. Now listen, if we end up with Quinnen Williams, we're gonna have a much better team. It doesn't matter, okay? So from that perspective, you're absolutely right. And Leonard Williams will be great, either way. But you have to remember that we need the outside rusher, okay? We need an outside rusher. Leonard Williams is a good player. He's not an outside rusher. He doesn't have the first step. He doesn't have the speed. He's a bull rusher. He's like Quinnen Williams, and he's great on the line. And he's one of the best players that we have. And he's going to be good anywhere we put him. Being a Bama fan, a Bama student doesn't mean that you have to, just pull for Bama, guys. Listen, I love Joe Namath. He played for Bama. Joe Namath is in my opinion, the greatest player of all time. So you can see where I'm at. I didn't go to Bama, but I'm still with you in that regard. But in this case, I still think we need more than we need an outside rusher more than we need Quinnen Williams. But if we end up with him, cool. I'm happy with it. By the way, my stream here says that I'm dropping a lot of frames. Am I coming out choppy to you guys? Are you hearing everything that I'm saying? Am I lagging? How's it going? I'm just curious. Because this was supposed to be a test stream instead of me sitting here talking for 2.5 hours. Let's see. Bosa. Okay, so Bosa retires Tom Lady. I like how you said that, Mr. Sergeant of the Marines. Bosa retires Tom Lady this year. Good. I hope he does. There's a couple of people that the NFL would be better without, and Mr. Brady is one of them. I can't stand that motherfucker. Please excuse my language. I was really happy to see Gronk go. I did a video on that too, by the way, when I said bye-bye to his ass. And it wasn't as nice as most of the YouTubers are about, oh, what a great life. What a great career Gronk had. Yeah, it's like, don't let the door hit you on the way out, you piece of shit. Let's see, who's better? Who's the better runner, Lamar Jackson or Kyler Murray? Wow, that's a good question. Kyler Murray's a better runner than Lamar Jackson. I'll tell you that right now. He's faster than him. He's smaller than him. He's more elusive, and he was a professional baseball player. He's just got more running in him. Kyler Murray's a better runner than Lamar Jackson. Besides, Lamar Jackson's way bigger than Kyler Murray. He's just a bigger target. So when you're a runner, you want to make that target as small as possible. So Kyler Murray's better in that regard too. TJ Smith says, "Just kidding. What is sleep? Yeah, no shit. See, as long as I'm on, TJ's gonna be on. I can tell you that right now because TJ is a awesome subscriber. I have this guy has helped me every test stream I've done. He just shows up. He's just there for me. He's TJ, you're my man. I know you're gonna be there. I know you're not sleeping." Garkis, how do you feel about Robbie? Think he runs like a deer. I love Robbie Anderson, by the way. I know he's got some off-the-field problems, but he runs like a deer, catches like an octopus, but will never be a true number one receiver. He can be that guy to stretch the defense, but that's about it. I agree. That sounds all correct. Robbie Anderson has an attitude problem. He thinks he's Jerry Rice or something. I don't know, but he's got an attitude, and it makes things very difficult. He's great, just like you said. He's fast. He can catch. He's a great route runner, but he will never be the number one. So we do need a number one. You're absolutely right. I can't even expand on that. You said it just right. I'm blurry. Okay. Does this help? I don't know. I don't want to scare anybody. All good. I have a constantly refresh where the video blurs. Okay. So is it the whole video or just the picture of me? What about the picture in the picture? Like, I can't go to the picture of the baseball game right now because I can't read your chat otherwise. But is it the whole picture or is it just the streaming picture of me in the corner that's blurry? TJ says everything looks great. Okay, the whole video. All right. Well, that sucks. I think it's just because my my internet is just shitty tonight. It's raining out and everything. Hopefully, draft day it'll be better. That's all I can hope for is that it's a little bit better on draft day. Tire picture, your video is fine. Okay, thank you guys. I appreciate it. The what do you call it? When we do the draft, hopefully this will be the picture will stay good and I can read your comments on another thing so that I don't have to minimize the screen like this. That's why we're doing this test stream, to work these kinks out. Tom Brady will play till his arm falls off, so our defense needs to get after him and rip it off for him. Yeah, damn right we do. You know, the one season where somebody broke his knee, snapped him in half or something was the best season in football. Just the best. Could do that again. I hope this season's Tom's last. Every game I watch, I always wonder where the snipers are. Hit the settings and change the quality. I don't know even. Oh, you're talking to the people watching. Okay, so guys, if you're watching and things getting blurry, TJ says check out your settings and change the quality. That might help you. That would be great if it did. I'm not saying this for me. TJ is saying it because I have no knowledge about computers, and my son has retired to his room. When the hell will Joe Klecko get in the Hall of Fame? I don't know, but that's a good question. I love that man. Number 73, part of the New York Sack Exchange. Guys, if you see my videos, there's autographed helmets behind me, an autographed helmet and an autographed football. They both have Joe Klecko's name on them. That's one of my favorite players of all time. And he was pretty good in Cannonball Run, too. He's an actor, right? Love Joe Klecko. Top right, the screen, click the 3 dots, change the quality. There you go. TJ is with me. TJ, you're our expert on computers, too. Not just your cam, the whole video, the whole picture. Your video is fine. Make it or break year for Leonard Williams. I agree, but I think it's going to be a good year for him. All right, so let's go down here. Before it's said and done, yeah, I'm excited about our new defensive coordinator. These guys haven't had a guy like Rex Ryan yelling at them in 5 years. I completely agree. Time to wake up and smell what you're cooking. I think that it will make a difference. Yeah, it's true. Greg Williams will make a difference. Trust me. There's not a whole lot of guys that sleep through any of his meetings. You know what I'm saying? The people watching, auto set to 480, change it to 720. Okay, so if you're at 480p, change your settings to 720. That's from my computer expert. IT guy. It's my IT guy. That's right. Because they'll feel the pressure from DC coordinator yelling at them through camp. That's for sure. So when the real bullets are flying, they won't choke. Agreed. I agree. You should know, right? That's the truth. TJ, for me, it was set at 144. That's terrible. Yeah, man. You gotta fix that. Mainly jailbreak fire sticks and help people get free stuff. TJ, IT. That's right. I forgot TJ has the answer to all the fire stick questions. If you guys have any TV things that you need, especially that have to do with fire sticks, TJ is your man. Ask him and he will provide. I believe that that's his business. It seems like his business. So check with TJ on that. We've got an expert in the chat room on that if you need television viewing help. And you see that? Garcus says it worked. There you go. Perfect. So now I know what to say on the stream if it's going blurry for people. TJ, you have taught me something. Again. I don't know. I got to fly you in here. You got to do the stream because you're far better than I am so far on just about everything. Here's just in case it's been a while since I showed it. See, the new logo. We got the new clothes. I don't have a hat because they sent me a kid size, so I had to reorder. And as you can tell, most of you can see I am definitely not kid sized. And yeah, lol. Funny. I ordered a jersey, but it's taking a while getting here because they had to sew two of them together. I got what you need. Not my business, just like helping people. Do it for free. It's cool. Very cool. And you and I, TJ, will be talking, I'm sure. You'll have to talk to my son, but I'm sure we'll use your help. So the Pat CEO is a registered pedo. That's right. Yeah, somehow the billionaire got it to where his video of his impropriety wasn't released. How about that? I wonder how that happened. You like it? The logo? I do like the logo. I like it. Listen, I like the new uniforms. I'm happy. What's the matter? Oh, he's probably the reason why everything's slogging down over here. Could you turn that off so you could stop messing up my stream? You heard me. I'm just kidding. So you're getting on. So yeah, I like the logo. I like the new uniforms. It's been 30 years. I think it's time to get new uniforms. All right, people. I think it's time for me to end my stream. I really appreciate you guys joining me. Yeah, TJ, thank you for all your help. You've been very helpful. Everybody, thank you guys. It's been really nice of you guys to stick with me this long on just a test stream. So it's very much appreciated, and it's helped me fix a lot of the bugs. My kids here are trying to use the internet, and they can't because of my stream, so I've got to get off here. Let them do something. Let them use their stuff too. So anyway, I want to thank you guys very much. Get the Red Bull. Yes, Red Bull. You guys have a great night. I'll probably be test streaming again before the draft because I'll have more bugs to work out. Garkin says, I think Brady is a system QB, and I don't think he's all that. Yeah, he may be a system QB, but the system worked really too well. We'll talk about that in the future. But I don't like the Patriots, so I hate saying good things about them, so I'm not going to. Dick Long says, good night. Good night, Jets gang. Yes, good night, Dick. Appreciate you being on, buddy. Thank you, guys. Thank you guys very much. I will keep pumping out the content, Garcus, I promise. With guys like you out there, I really appreciate the support. I enjoy being able to do it. So, all right, Matt. Peace out. Have a good night. See you guys. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. I'll see you probably if you see me test streaming back on the next.